Opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or messages posted in chat are strictly their own personal views and do not reflect the views of BOLIN Services, Inc., a 501c3 nonprofit organization, nor does it reflect the views of the sponsors of this program. Political commentary, if any, are strictly personal opinions and should not be construed as endorsements of or opposition to any political party, candidate, or voter initiative by BOLIN Services, Inc. This audio-visual presentation is copyrighted by Kenneth W. Bolin. No rebroadcast, retransmission, simulcast, or other distribution of this video or the audio associated with it is permitted without the express written permission of Kenneth W. Bolin. All original content on this presentation is owned in full and solely by Kenneth W. Bolin.
Warning, the following podcast has extremely high levels of Kenny Bolin. Studies have shown that excessive exposure to Kenny Bolin may have damaging effects to your physical and mental well-being. Viewer discretion is advised. No, seriously, we mean it. There will be naughty words, lots of them, probably. Now you've been warned. This warning sponsored by the Story Time with Dutch Mantel.
Well, everybody has been warned one more time. Bob, I don't want to dilly-dally around today. I don't want to wait long to get this man in here. Let's give him his proper introduction, and let's get the ball rolling on a very exciting podcast today. Oh, by the way, that warning read to you by John Cena Senior, who knows, might hear from him later today. Yeah,
Any day.
maybe
He's
here.
We just don't see ladies and gentlemen, we have a great guest today. Kenny Bolin's favorite guest, absolutely one of my favorite guests of all time. Author, best-selling author, super person, just a nice man. I can't give you a better introduction than that. He is one of the nicest men I've ever met. Ladies and gentlemen, Anthony the Mooch Scaramucci.
I gotta get a recording of this. I mean, I appreciate that, Bob. Thank you.
Put that on a loop, right?
I've only met 4 people, so it's a small group. But.
Yeah, it's like my mother-in-law says I'm her favorite son-in-law, but she only has one daughter, Bob. What does that mean? Is that bad?
That narrows it down a little bit, does it not?
Yeah.
Throwing you in the big box there, Mr. Scaramucci.
She hates the most too, right?
You would be number one in both categories. Well, that was Muhammad Ali. He was the most hated and most loved boxer ever in the same era. So
I love them. I was on the website with them.
The Louisville Lip. So you must be honored to be in here in Louisville, Kentucky today.
Amen.
The home. And I got a couple of light issues I want to touch with you here real quick. You've been doing my show off and on since the first Trump administration. The first time you came on my show, you still worked for Donald Trump. I was blown away that happened. The reason that happened is that you had dinner at the Correspondents' Dinner, if I remember everything correctly, and you correct me on anything I'm wrong, with John Cena.
Yeah.
You apparently were at the same table with John Cena and Nikki Bella.
Yeah, remember the twins? Yeah, the 2 Bella sisters.
The twins, yeah, and they were there apparently talking a little politics, and then somehow my name came up, and you started following me on Twitter, and I thought it was fake because you had a cartoon character back then. And I look at it and I'm going, this guy's got 1.5 million followers. What the hell is he doing following me? This guy's bound to know I'm not a Trump guy. What is he doing following me? So I wrote you, and you told me that John had referred you to me and that I would certainly talk politics with you all day long. And I invited you on the show. I couldn't believe you agreed to do it.
I'm a Republican, or was a Republican. I don't think I'm a Republican anymore.
You're not on Fox Entertainment as much anymore. I'll grant you that.
They won't put me on because they don't.
No, they won't.
They don't like me battling it out with their. Remember, if you've got a thin storyline,
you
want people that are going to carry a thin storyline. You don't want people that are going to counteract that. Really,
No, and you don't get much of that over there unless it's Neil Cavuto, maybe.
Yeah.
If you're on with Neil
retired. He's not there anymore.
No. Oh well, I wonder why he retired.
Yeah.
Pretty young guy. I did not know he'd retired because I don't watch a lot of Fox Entertainment other than when I hear they got some ridiculous stuff going on over there, and I just have to see it for myself. But no, I did not know that Neil had retired. Is anybody else trying to lure him to their networks that you know of?
No, I think he's closing in on 70, and I think he had a great.
I never dreamed he was that old.
Yeah, he's a youthful looking guy, but I think
he is.
I think he's calling it quits.
Okay, well, that's fair enough.
Me, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, if he services somewhere, I won't be surprised. I mean, anything can happen.
Oh, I have to get this in real quick because, as you can tell, we got some great sponsors here, and I don't know how many of them you have relationships with or interactions with, but shout out to Arby's. Arby's has been with us for quite some time now. Five Guys. They're over in Southern Indiana. Some of these we promote multiple stores. Some of them just one. Five Guys, we promote their store over in Southern Indiana. Blaze Pizza, we promote 5 locations. Blaze has been a great sponsor since they've been with us. Carrabba's, I think, impressed you the last time you were on the show. You were impressed to see Carrabba's Bar and Grill up there. Mm-hmm. And then Jimmy John's has been a great new sponsor that has come. You might have noticed the shirt. You got the Topps card shirt going on there, Mr. Scaramucci.
Yes,
I've got the Jimmy John's. They just gave that to me yesterday. It's got a Louisville Cardinal logo on the sleeve, but I went with the sleeveless look today. You've got the Topps card, but they wanted to cater the show. They were so impressed that Anthony Scaramucci and maybe John Cena Senior were coming on the show later today. They sent over a catered dinner from Jimmy John's. They do that for a lot of my podcasts. We got the jalapeno chips going here. Now I'm going to do Mr. Mooch some decency and not eat on the show like I've done with a lot of other guests.
You can eat. You
don't want that.
I love Jimmy John's.
Shut up, Coltrane. So, do you have
the train is the only one that knows how to dress. Bob, Penny, and Scaramucci are the bottom of the barrel of male fashion. But let me tell you something, okay?
Go ahead.
This is how heteros dress. I mean, you do know that, right? I mean, this is
that's what I thought.
No, that's it. So I'm not taking any judgments. I'm just making an observation.
Maybe Coltrane has something to prove, but maybe you think?
No, he's just got style.
He's got it going. Well, we call him Charlie Wilson. You're not quite my age, but a man of my age. You know who Charlie Wilson is, right?
Yeah, of course.
Well, when he's got his hat on, he looks like he ought to be singing Party Train, but from the Gap Band, is what he looks like. So
let me tell you though, you could tell he's dragging a lot of fashion people behind him. He's right at the top.
He's got somebody better than our mothers addressing him without a doubt.
I'm going to tell you how bad I am with fashion. I'm a
little
jealous of Kenny's shirt. Okay,
oh, you're jealous of that?
I can't really see your shirt, but I'm a little jealous of Kenny's shirt because,
and
by the way, I'm sure we're going to talk Trump. I mean, Trump, when we used to live in areas of the country, Trump would ask the cops, he'd say, hey, is there a Jimmy John's anywhere?
I didn't know that.
Oh, he likes Jimmy John's.
He loves the Jimmy John's, and he would ask specifically where he could get him some Jimmy John's at.
And then he would fire up an order, and he'd send somebody to Jimmy John's, and they would drop off at the plane before we got back to the plane.
Pretty cool.
After one of the convocations that he used to do.
Well, this is the lunchbox they love for me to promote. This is about $15, and this one I've got a couple of wraps in here. I've got the Kickin' Chicken, which is my personal favorite. We've got the Spicy Italian, another one of my top favorites. In the fridge in there, I've got the Spicy Italian Sandwich, which I get like 4 meals out of these days because it's a 16-inch sandwich. And I think everybody's impressed with 16 inches, and we're just going to leave that at that. And what is your favorite sandwich from Jimmy John's, Mr. Scaramucci?
Yeah, I like that buffalo stuff. The Kickin' Chicken, the buffalo.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just to fully and totally embarrass myself, I'm a ranch dressing person. So
yeah, that's my son. My son loves the ranch dressing.
King of ranch dressing. If I don't want to gross your people out on the bike, but if you give me Jimmy John's jalapeno chips with ranch dressing as a dip.
Yeah, they're right here.
I'm all about that. Okay.
Well, you're probably going to be in, around, or near Louisville or Cincinnati, I would think, within the next 6 to 8 months. Would you not?
I think so, actually. Yeah.
If that happens,
from the Buffalo Trace Distillery, how far are you?
If from the Buffalo Trace, tell me what city that's in.
I'm not sure. I know it's in Kentucky, so.
Well, if it's in Kentucky, I think we can make something happen if it's that close, because you and I have not got to meet in person, but you were in Dublin, Ireland. My daughter-in-law lives in Dublin, Ireland. You were in Dublin, Ireland, and now I forget what year this was, visiting a place called Teeling's. You remember that?
I do.
My daughter-in-law works there, and when she found out you were there, she about lost her mind. Because if you remember, she's done a couple of shows with me and you back in the early days,
Yep.
and she just could not believe that Anthony Scaramucci was in her place of employment in Dublin, Ireland, and she still lives there to this day.
Well, yeah, I tell
Getting
you
ready to move to Munich.
That was in March. I was there, but I was also back there maybe 2.5 years ago, and I'm going to Dublin in October. So
Really? Now, what are your ties to Dublin? That's a lot of trips to Dublin.
Yeah, public speaking mostly. There's some corporations up there doing conferences, and they have me in their conference circuit.
Yeah.
And so it's mostly public speaking, some media stuff. I think I'm writing a book about the American political system that's going to be out before the midterms.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing some early work on the marketing. We have a pretty popular podcast in the UK called The Rest is Politics US. I do it with a British journalist by the name of Caddy K. And,
I know Caddy K. Yeah, I watch her all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have a pretty big following in the UK and Ireland. So I try to go over there a couple times a year now.
Boss, you're going to be roughly about 39 miles from me in Frankfort, Kentucky, the capital. Randy the Macho Man Satterley, a big contributor to this show, says Buffalo Trace is in Frankfort. You're not going to be far away at all.
All right.
So we're gonna make something happen. Do you know how long you're here for?
Yeah, I'll be there late October. I'll get you the details. I'll come in studio. I want to check out all the memorabilia in the studio.
Well, absolutely. You have to do that, no doubt. We got Robert Palmer from England watching the show, and we're on early enough. He actually gets to watch the show live today. He normally has to catch the recording because we don't normally go live till 9 o'clock. I'm not used to having sunshine come through my windows. And and we are a members only chat today because we don't like to be hijacked by freeloaders. Anybody can watch the show, but members only can ask questions and participate in the show. So if you're watching, if you want to make a $10 donation or more to help our charity, feel free to do so. You can ask a question right here. You can pick one of the ways, PayPal, the preferred way to donate on this show, and Venmo. Pick one of the ways to donate there. And, man, I'm excited about you coming here in October. Also, Eric Watts wrote me today, was very impressed you were coming on the show. Eric Watts used to be a big-time quarterback for the Louisville Cardinals. His father was Bill Watts, who ran wrestling down in the Texas, Oklahoma area. He was thrilled, and he's coming here October the 25th and wants to get together and go to Jimmy John's or Blaze or Arby's, some of our great sponsors there. And I said, well, you can't have all three, but we'll make you pick one. We could do that.
What do you mean I can't have all three?
I know. So back to the Mets. The Mets, who I was counting on having Philadelphia come to town. The Mets were going to lose 3 in a row. The Reds were going to take at least 5 out of 6 from Anaheim and the Dodgers because the Dodgers weren't playing good. We were going to surpass the Mets in the playoff race. Everything was peachy keen. We were 7 games above 500. Well, now we're 3 games above 500. And the Mets you've won, I think I heard the number I heard today. You've beaten the Mets 23 out of 29 times at Shea Stadium. We're just going to call it Shea Stadium.
We beat the Phillies 23 out of 29 times.
Man.
But 9 in a row.
9 in a row. That ain't easy.
Including postseason. Phillies comes to town, we put a hurt on the Phillies. And so
you do.
It's hard to understand because we were really floundering. I mean, we lost.
Couldn't beat anybody. Couldn't beat anybody.
The last 12 games, a real slump, but just in time. And by the way, all of us know how baseball goes.
Yes.
The Mets came in. They could have ended up 10 games back.
Could have.
Just think about that, but they're not, man. They're 4
no.
games
I noticed. I saw the standings again this morning.
There's a 3-game series. You win all 3 games. You're in the hunt. You lose all 3 games. When
you say in the hunt, you mean still in the hunt for the division. You guys are looking very good for the wild card now.
Yeah, very good for the wild card, but I'm talking about the division. Of course, we want.
Yeah, we're not winning any division. We're just trying to get in that wild card and hope some weird stuff happens.
You're close. You got a good team. You got a good. Look, you guys have a good pitching staff.
The pitching staff has been doing great, especially the starters. Especially the starters.
That's going to make the big difference coming down the stretch. I mean, the Mets have picked up 2 younger athletes. One of them was last night, McLean.
Yeah, he'd only 3 games.
He's done 3. He's started 3 times, won 3 times.
Man,
and he's had the fastest start since Dwight Gooden and Tom Seaver.
Oh, that's pretty good company.
So
a former Cincinnati Red for a brief period of time, Tom Seaver.
Yeah. Well, look, you guys broke my heart. I can
threw
tell
a
you
no-hitter
where
for
I was
us.
on the 15th of June, 1977.
Okay, I was 17 then. Go ahead.
I had my paper out, Kenny, and we were waiting for the afternoon paper to tell us where M. Donald Grant was trading Tom Seaver, because if you remember back then it was a June 15th trade deadline.
Yes.
Okay, and of course he traded Tom Terrific to the Cincinnati Reds. He got 4 players for them. All 4 players are pretty good, actually. But
do you recall who he got? Because I don't.
Yeah, so we got Steve Henderson, the outfielder.
Okay.
You got Pat Zachary.
Oh, I remember Pat. Pat was very good for us.
He got Doug Flynn.
Doug Flynn, good second baseman for us.
I want to say Joel Youngblood, but I don't think it was. I'm going to have to look it up now.
Youngblood was a solid player too. So yeah, that's not a bad trade, But then again, and Tom Seaver comes over to us and throws a no-hitter, and Tom Browning threw one.
He had never thrown a no-hitter before.
Wow.
So, okay, it was the pitcher Dan Norman. You remember Dan Norman?
Barely. Fred Norman? Was it Fred Norman or Dan Norman?
So Dan Norman. So it was Pat Zachary, Doug Flynn, and outfielder Steve Henderson and Dan Norman.
Yeah.
It was called the Midnight Massacre for the Mets.
Oh God.
And every June 15th, I think about that day.
You reflect back. You reflect back.
There was a sports writer in New York who wrote for the Daily News. The guy's name was Dick Young. And he's a great writer, by the way. I didn't know him personally. I was only 13 when Seaver left the Mets. But we hated him because every day he wrote,
he was the guy.
He was in the pocket of M. Donald Grant. And every day he wrote that Tom Seaver needed to get traded. And
wow.
We hated him. Oh my God, that we hate him. But
yeah.
He was a good sports writer though.
Okay. Real quickly, anybody watching the show, if you want to ask questions or participate with the show, you need to get a membership. You can be a member here for as little as $3, $2.99. If it's going to break you, then I'm sorry. Or you can make a $10 donation or more in here in the chat room and get your question asked. Or you can email me, not email me, but Facebook message me, Twitter me, whatever. Give me your question. Let me know what donation you made, and we will get you taken care of. Now, back to politics. What in the hell is going on, Anthony? And aren't you glad that I told you what was going to happen when you did the Bill Maher show?
Remind me of what you said, though. What did you say?
You did my show, and you were very nice, very cordial. You and I clicked very good on that show, and you told me I'm getting ready to do the Bill Maher show. And not to quote me word for word, but I said, Mr. Scaramucci, be careful, because if you criticize Trump in any way on the Bill Maher show, he's going to lose his mind. Yeah. And in a nutshell, you said, Kenny, I've known Mr. Trump for 25 years. I have the freedom to speak my mind and call a spade, more or less. And I'm not going to worry about that. And I forget what you said on Bill Maher, but you said something that you were in disagreement with Trump, and this is administration 1, guys. And you told me that he was on the phone with you before you could even get out of the studio, just raising hell. And I don't know if you remember this or not, but this is how I remember it. So if it ain't true, let's just go along with it. No. Mr. Trump, I make more money than you. I do not need this. I do this as a favor to you. Do what you got to do. And then that was how the infamous, because you had opened up the press room. You turned on the lights, as you said. Because remember, the press room, when you were press secretary, had been closed for quite some time.
Well, Spicer shut the cameras off, which I thought...
Spicer wanted none of that going on.
You can't shut the cameras off in the president's press room, But anyway...
No, you wouldn't think.
I don't think so. But anyway, you were right. I remember the conversation. Mm-hmm. What I said, actually, on the Bill Maher show that irked Trump and started a...
Because I don't remember that. I'm anxious to hear.
Well, what I said was there were 4 women... members of the squad. These are a couple of African American women, 1 Arab American, Hispanic American, 4 members of they're sort of hard left. Liberals. I don't agree with them ideologically. Yeah, Donald Trump said that they needed to go back to the countries they came from. It was very racist.
Remember that well.
It was very racist to say that. So I said, hey, used to say that to my Italian American grandmother. I don't like it. They really shouldn't talk. He shouldn't talk. He's the president of the United States.
Yeah.
He really shouldn't talk like that.
No.
And then the cannons started blaring.
Oh,
Trump
Lord.
started attacking me.
Yeah.
And, I think I called him the fattest president since William Howard Taft because I just like lighting his ass up for being so fat.
I know you to be a truthful man.
And then he got really pissed. And he fired off another shot. And then I said, you're getting old. I mean, this trolling is you're not even good at it.
Childish.
I felt bad as a fellow New Yorker.
Yeah.
And trolling is so mid. Then he was crazy. Then he started attacking my wife, which is what Trump.
I didn't know he did that. Holy shit.
He went after my wife.
Oh God.
She was crazy. Said all kinds of stuff. I'm like, hey, dude, I'm not Ted Cruz. Remember we went after Ted Cruz's wife?
No, you talk about a spineless SOB. Bob's from Texas. He probably knows
Senator Jellyfish. Senator Jellyfish.
Senator Jellyfish. Great name.
You're going after my wife. We're going to be at war. So we've been at a good, solid 7-year war going. Burning brightly. And listen, I will say this about him. He has mounted the greatest political comeback in U.S. history that I can imagine. I don't remember any comeback like this. Richard Nixon had a comeback, but and Grover Cleveland, returned to the presidency, but he was under very different circumstances than Donald Trump. So the guy, I think the best thing that Trump has going for him, if you don't mind me saying so, are the Democrats. I mean, they're in total disarray. They have not done well. They fielded two terrible candidates, and not that I dislike either of them, Secretary Clinton or Vice President Harris. I'm not saying they're bad people or anything like that. Sure, they're good Americans, but you're going up against a beast. You're going up against one of the most famous, if not the most famous person in the world, and you got to take there. You want to be president, which I think is a god awful job. But if you want to be president, you got to take
$440,000 a year if that's all you were going to make. But he's proven that not to be the case.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean that's the other thing. So he's breaking all of the norms,
and all the laws apparently, and no one's doing anything about it because no one calls him out on it.
Not right.
Because there are hardly any Republicans with a spine.
Not right.
And Democrats have been horrible at mounting a decent challenger to that position. But what do you think of Gavin Newsom? Because he's basically trying to take Trump's game, amp it up a little bit, make fun of him. I'm entertained by it. It's funny. If you do not like Trump, it's very funny but will that work? And everybody talks about how horrible California is. Name me the governor that was able to accomplish anything in California, keeping down gas prices, food prices. When you got 39 million people in one state, and Wyoming's got 500,000. Which one do you think is going to be easier to govern? And when one state is predominantly one political party, find me 65 Democrats in Wyoming, and I'll shake your hand.
Well, I mean, you're saying a lot there. I mean, the thing I think Gavin's doing a really good job of now is at least promoting California. Remember, yes, there are problems in California. It's an emerging market, lots of ethnic diversity in California. But California, if you take it out of the U.S., those 39 people are
39 million.
Yeah, 39 million, producing the GDP that's the fourth largest in the world.
Yeah, I heard it was like top 5. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the fourth largest now, and
if it were its own country.
Exactly. And so just think about it. It's a exporter of our culture, Southern California, Hollywood. It's the exporter of innovation and technology and AI from Silicon Valley. And so I think Gavin's doing a good job of at least flipping back the narrative. I think the Fox News people and the Republicans want you to think it's a crime-ridden cesspool. But yet, look at all the billionaires that live in California. Look at the weather. Look at all of the innovation, all the upside. And Gavin has pivoted to the center. But Gavin has accepted that policy.
Done a lot of Republican podcasts.
Yep. And he's accepted as a matter of being right or wrong that some of these left-leaning policies did not work. He's pivoted. He just did this massive movie tax credit. More movies are now being made back in California. You remember there was sort of a diaspora away from California because of the high
Expense.
expenses to making movies.
Right.
So I
I
applaud
came to
this.
Arizona.
Yeah, exactly. So, the last thing I say on this topic is that, like, Gavin's taking risks. And Gavin is showing, and this is the thing that really makes me laugh. He puts out these tweets that are very Trump-like, and the Fox News,
Capital,
goes,
and they lose their mind.
How can he do this? This is beneath him.
This is beneath the office of the governor, but not beneath the office of the president. How does that wash?
I know. It's really hypocritical. So I mean, when you listen to it, you're like, really? That's so odd that you're saying it that way. But
exactly.
Here's my take.
Go ahead.
I think that Trump is unpopular.
He's as underwater as he's ever been in popularity.
He's 37 on the approval rating.
Last I heard.
He's got very high negatives. I think this big, beautiful spending bill taking 17 million people.
You're a finance guy. What do you think of that? Would you have voted for that spending bill if you had a vote?
And kudos to Rand Paul for not voting for it.
There you go. Because I'm not the biggest Rand Paul guy, but at least he had the courage not to stand up and vote for that.
Yeah, he said this is ridiculous. You're adding $4.4 trillion to the deficit over 10 years. You're taking 17 million people off of the health care.
Yeah.
You are extending the tax cuts for the rich, but it's going to cost heavy the poor and middle class. So let's just go over the math quickly. Above $1 million, Kenny, you're getting a $7,000 benefit from that. Below $50,000, you're losing $700. So it is really, and I mean really.
When it comes to finances, I always trust the numbers that come out of Anthony Scaramucci's mouth as opposed to what I might know. So, but real quickly, I have you here for several reasons today. And by the way, you did make a nice donation earlier. I have not revealed the amount or what that is, and we're going to show why we're raising that money here in just a little bit. But I have you here for a reason. The reason I know you is because of John Cena. If it weren't for John Cena, you and I would have never met. But my son has gone up north and gone to Kowloon's restaurant and has met John Cena's father many times. Him and my ex-wife go up there quite a bit. And I wanted to be the one to introduce you to our next guest. We're going to go in the 5-way box here to John Cena Senior, the father of John Cena, who has bright sunshine basking in his face.
You got to get a chance somehow, somewhere. It's an honor to meet you, sir. Definitely an honor.
Same here. I've had a lot of fun over the years with your son. He's a great sport, and frankly, he's been great to my kids. Who think he's a superstar. We have more than one McFarlane toy.
Oh my!
Very muscular John Cena Jr. Okay, in a little wrestling rink around this house somewhere. So.
How old are your kids, Anthony?
So I got two sets of them. My older kids are 26 to 33. Those are my older kids. I have 2 boys and a girl, and I have 2 younger boys.
So you have something I don't have, and I think it's called grandkids.
Well, no, I made my own grandkids, Kenny. See, I wasn't waiting for my millennials.
There you go. Just make your own.
Year-old at home, and John has met them actually, and he's been incredibly gracious. We saw John. I took him to my restaurant at the Hunt and Fish Club with the Bella twins a few years back, and then he was filming in Atlanta around Thanksgiving a few years ago, and we met up with him at the St. Regis down there. So.
You have more of an alignment with him than I realized.
Where did he get his sense of humor from, John Cena Senior? Is that from you or your wife?
It has to be from me.
There you go. See, I knew that was the answer. So
and here I was trying to take credit for it.
Question. See that, Kenny? I was asking a question. I already knew the answer to.
That you already knew the answer. Well, see, I thought the answer was me. I thought my short little 2.5 to 3 years with him, maybe I would have gotten a little credit for a sense of humor. No?
No.
Well, that was answered rather quickly and directly, wasn't it? Mr. Cena, do you have a question you would like to ask Mr. Scaramucci? Even though I've blocked my 2 co-hosts here from saying a word, do you have something you'd like to ask Mr. Scaramucci?
No, I tell you what, I've been watching this podcast, and I have to tell you something. Everything he has said is nothing but true. I think more people need to hear it. That what's happening with this country and this economy is I don't know the word, maybe devastating. I guess that's a good word to use.
Crippling.
That's what I'm seeing, and like I said, I trust him. He's the finance guy, and he's not going to lie to me.
Nope.
It's the tariffs. It's the upside down. And remember, what we're doing is very regressive, guys. And so, what is when you say something is regressive, it means the poor and the working class, as a percentage of their income, are going to be paying way more than the wealthy. And that's regressive. That actually hurts the society. It makes the society less fair, and it makes people feel quietly desperate, or even not quiet, angrily desperate about their economic situation. So I'm very upset about it. These tariffs, let's remind everybody,
we're going to pay eventually if we're not doing it yet.
The consumer, the American taxpayer is paying the tariffs. When Trump says, "Oh, the country, I'm putting a tariff on this country, and that country's paying the tariffs," that's one of the biggest lies.
Yeah.
He says, "Well, we have an external revenue service. We're getting the revenues from the other country, but we're not actually. We're going to be paying those." And if you saw what happened in the first quarter, companies like General Motors absorbed the tariffs.
They did.
Pass it through.
And admitted it.
They tried to do it again in the second quarter, and now they're telling people, "We can't do that. We're not going to be able to do that. We have to pass on these expenses."
And is this number accurate? I'm hearing that the average price of a car could go up between $5,000 to $8,000 just for an average car.
Well, that would make sense because if you look at the tariffs on the aluminum, tariffs on the steel. Remember the tariff. Remember, we don't make flat screens in this country, so if you've got flat screens in your car, they're coming from Asia, most likely coming from Asia. They could come from Croatia, but most likely Asia.
Yeah.
And you're going to spend 20-25% more on them. Remember, the economy is so global that a company like Boeing, you say, okay, that's an American aircraft. Yes, it is. But 60% of the parts
come elsewhere.
Boeing aircraft are coming from outside the United States. So you're going to pop the price, do the math, 9%. Because if 60% of the stuff's coming off of another country and it's a 15% tariff, you just increase the price of the airplane by 9%.
Bob, go ahead and open up the chat room. Go ahead and do that.
It's hard, man. It's hard.
Yeah. We got the tariff situation going on, and if I'm wrong, you tell me. Is this all being done to cater not even really millionaires, but the multi-billionaires, the Elon Musk, the Facebook owner? God help me out on his name, Zuckerberg. Yeah. Isn't this all being done because they were the ones that had the first and second row seats at the inauguration, and it seems it's all being done. We're just cutting everybody to take care of them.
I'll say something broader.
Okay.
Since Citizens United, which is a Supreme Court case that took place in January of 2010. So what happened in Citizens United? Justice Scalia, may his soul rest in peace, he wrote the opinion. And what did he say? He said, if you have money and you want to spend it in politics, you can spend unlimited amounts of money in politics. It's your right of expression. It's a contingent right to your freedom of speech. And so the ban or the restrictions on money flowing into politics ended, and we've had now billions and billions of dollars flow into politics. These presidential campaigns now could cost upwards of $3 to $4 billion.
That seemingly could almost, I don't know if it would solve world hunger, but seems like it would make a big bite out of hunger in America.
It would definitely help, but I just want you to hear me for a second. So now, if you look at the legislative agenda from 2010 to today, it is skewed towards those people you're referencing, Kenny. It's skewed towards the mega companies, corporate welfare, tax breaks for the very wealthy, tax breaks for the corporations. It's been very little effort for the people, lots of programs in place for the wealthy. And here's the other thing. Those companies have gotten so large now, prior administrations would have done what we always do. You either have to break up or you have to share the technology. And some of us, I know John and Kenny are old enough to remember the breakup of AT&T. And so let's take people back. 1984.
I do remember that. Yes, I do.
Broke up AT&T. That was a conservative judge, Harold Green, and a conservative president, Ronald Reagan. But they knew that they had to break up AT&T because they were sitting on a tremendous amount of technology. The great irony is those 7 companies, those Mag 7 tech companies we talk about today, those companies would not be in existence if we didn't break up AT&T, because they were sitting on all of that information tech. This call, this live stream, where we're all like George Jetson talking to each other. AT&T had the technology.
Jane, his wife.
Had it in the mid-'80s. They sat on it. And so what happens is when you have monopolistic power, in order to protect price, you don't innovate. And so we're there again. And these guys have paid a fortune to the politicians to prevent the sharing of technology with smaller businesses or their breakup.
Buying the government. By the way,
and by the way, I'm just saying we don't have to break the companies up if we're facing global threats, but they have to share the technology so that younger, newer companies, younger people can start fresh companies and innovate,
30% increase on the man getting his watch adjusted the other day. TC from the NC, we call him. He's a big contributor on almost every show from North Carolina. So TC was excited to see you today.
That doesn't surprise me. And by the way, if it's a Swiss watch, TC, it's 39%.
Oh Lord!
It's probably getting a blended rate. He's probably got parts coming from other parts of the world.
Do you think Trump will run for a third term? And I think he has every intention that if he's got the right people to let it happen, I think he's going to try, because they want to say he's joking. I'm not convinced the Supreme Court will stop him. I mean, if they're going to make him exempt of all crimes while you're president, I don't know why they would stop this.
Let me ask the 4 of you.
And Bill Maher is convinced he's going to try to run.
Yeah. So let me ask the 5 of you this question: Have you ever met a person putting a $200 million renovation, a $200 million ballroom onto their house, and then wanting to move out in 3 years?
You want to move out in a couple of years? No.
Everybody does that?
No.
Okay, the National Guard is in D.C. What are we experimenting with there in terms of the?
In case shit don't go the way we want it, I have the power to do something about it.
So I don't think anybody here in this podcast would be surprised if he tries to renege the Constitution or block it or say he's exempt from it, and things. He'll say that the election was stolen from him in 2020. He deserves the right. He'll say all different types of things to people, but he is 80 years old next year. 80 years old,
sneaking up,
and he doesn't look as good as John Cena Senior. I can tell you that.
No,
he's wobbling around a little bit.
You'll never see the sun on Trump's face with no makeup. You won't see it, but you're seeing it here.
Well, he's not in shape.
But I like those things. But my point is and where's the family from originally, John? You're from Massachusetts, if I remember correctly, right?
Correct. That's correct, Anthony. Yes.
What town, John?
I'm in West Newbury.
West Newbury. Okay, yeah. I went to Tufts, so I was in Somerville and Medford for a long period of time.
Have you been to Calhoun's, which is smothered in John Cena memorabilia, by the way?
I've been to Calhoun's. And there was across the street, that's in Saugus, or at least the original Calhoun's on Route 1.
Still there.
Across the street was the Hilltop Steakhouse. I don't know if you remember that, sir. You remember the Hilltop Steakhouses?
I certainly do. I used to go there quite a bit. You had to stand in line to get into that place.
Oh, my Lord.
Yep.
Damn.
And they used to like to turn the tables real fast. You couldn't even enjoy a meal. That's gone now.
Get out.
That's all apartment buildings. The only thing left of the Giuffrida estate there is they thought when they built that they could remove the cactus.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. They had to rebuild it. That's a landmark. That cannot be taken down.
No kidding. All right. Well,
wow, that's awesome.
So if I remember correctly, you're heading north, and Kowloon is on the right, and the Hilltop was on the left, right?
That's correct. That's correct.
See that, Kenny? You see that? I'm an adopted son of the city of Boston. See that?
Basically, it sounds like you are. No wonder you're so welcome in the Cena family.
A lot of games, Boston Garden.
Anthony, I know you're pressed for time. I got something I want to show you real quick of why we're raising money here, why we're going to be reaching out to our sponsors, anybody that's got a few extra dollars to help us out. You've made a generous donation, which I'm going to bring up here in a little bit. Bob, if you have it, that beautiful beam footage rolled up, I want you to show the roofs that we're trying to fix. And we're also trying to add a thing called comfort rooms. We call them bathrooms here in America, but in the Philippines, they're called comfort rooms. I want people to have the dignity to be able to go to a bathroom inside their house. It's not running hot water and flushable toilets like we have here. They just want a room that's got a concrete floor and a toilet in it.
Outhouse, basically.
So they don't have to, it's not even the dignity of an outhouse. They're going outside and using the bathroom in front of their neighbors in buckets and bowls and lots of them, because we help a lot of the people in the provinces. No, this isn't a problem of Metro Manila per se, but most of the people that we help are in the provinces. If you could just show a couple of examples of situations we're trying to improve.
So that's not somebody's shack. That's the roof
That's their house.
they live under.
And multiple rooms. And then we have floors caving in. We have a bedroom that Jambi can't sleep in anymore because she's scared the weight of her and her son are going to make the floor cave in over the mattress that we just bought them. But we're really needing to get mattresses and pillows. I got some families writing me, we're sleeping on cardboard boxes. Their roofs are leaking. And no, we used to do piecework repairs, Anthony. We would fix a roof and then the next storm, another piece of the roof falls in. So what we're doing now is we're putting double trap tarps over top, because basically, guys, these are huts. You know, we have built a few houses for about $2,500 to $3,000 and build a brick house that will, believe it or not, that will withstand the typhoons. But over these huts, we're just putting double trap tarps on them, trying to put comfort rooms in some of these houses. And we can make dramatic improvements to each home for $250 to $350. You can't do that here in America. So that is what we're looking to do to get more done than we've ever done before. We have generated, between me, Bob, and the people that watch our show, this year, just out of my account alone, I think we've donated close to $12,000. Bob has donated a few thousand out of his own account, not including what we generate on the show. Bob figured up about 30-something thousand over the past 2.5 years. To try and make these situations better. But we really need some help getting these roofs fixed and some comfort rooms, 50-kilogram bags of rice where they can eat for the next 6 weeks and at least have food on the table. And that's what we're looking to do here. So, Anthony, that's where your money's going. That's what we're looking to do. We have really missed you the past few years, but you're the one that motivated me to get a 501c3. You said we could probably get a lot more done if we could do that. And my friend Carrie, who worked for the government for 23 years, helped me get that put together. We got it done for a few $100s instead of a few $1,000s, which we didn't have the money to do.
Yeah, I just think it's good for you to have it, Kenny, because it's almost like another ribbon seal of quality on what you're doing and what you're trying to achieve, you know.
And I sent your office the paperwork, and Chris, and you've got some people have been working for you for years and years. I've been dealing with them since I've been dealing with you. And she's always been so sweet and so kind, and apparently she is a great employee because she's been with you for a while. Are you looking at her now? Is she there?
No, she's not with me. She works remotely. You know, she's got 2 young kids at home, and got to have some flexibility in the office. So no,
exactly, yeah. And then you have another one on paternity leave right now too. What was her name? Not maternity leave, but she's on
Samantha Darcy. Yep.
Samantha, yeah.
So she had her 5th baby, Kenny. So
oh my!
She's on permanent leave. Okay, she's permanent. She's not coming back. She's at home. She's at home now. She's she's got a basketball team. I think she's working on a soccer team.
She does. Yeah, she's looking for a bench now, right? Just to get a couple of guys on the bench.
She has 5 kids below the age of 8. So I know there's a vasectomy coming in the Darcy family.
Oh, yeah. I got mine before my second
I feel bad for the husband because I can see the wire cutters coming out, Kenny.
Oh, well, Anthony, we only have roughly.
Say it again, Mr. Cena.
Go ahead, Cena.
Appreciate that. I raised 5 sons.
Yeah, see, there you go. There you go. And
that's a basketball team.
And,
that's a basketball team.
And you didn't get snipped. So see that? You must be really loved in that house.
Yeah, well, that's why she
I only have the one, and I don't know how I afforded that, because you try to give them everything they want. You try to take care of them. He turned out to be a great kid. I could not be more proud of him. But for those of you that had done 5, 7, and 8 kids, I don't know how the hell you did it.
My wife was pregnant with our second one, and I got a vasectomy 3 weeks before she was born.
I heard you had a vasectomy 3 years ago, so let's explain that kid.
Whoa.
What I heard.
If it was 3 years ago, that whoops.
That's a nice story you're telling now.
We just check under the desk to see if the train is under there. You all right?
Where's that train noise, Bob? Do we have the train noise handy?
There is one now, isn't there?
Supposedly we have a train noise.
You're gonna get hit in the head with one of those Jimmy John lunch boxes, Bowling.
Well, there it is. There's that whistle right there. And by the way, real quick, that's my piddly old book I've been selling. This is the 10-year anniversary of Probably Screwed You Too, the mostly true stories of Kenny Starmaker Bowling. But that ain't the book we're pushing today. And apparently I got a new one we got to push. I do have 4 copies of your book left, and I wanted to save them for when you were on the show. Anybody that makes a donation of $59 or more will get the autographed copy, and there it is. That's his real signature. He'll verify it, of Anthony Scaramucci. And the title, Wall Street to the White House. And give me the title there.
Yeah, From Wall Street to the White House and Back. It's a fun little book.
Go.
Writing about some lessons on the road to getting my ass kicked. How you stay sane.
And I think that was the part about the book that impressed me the most. It's not just a political memoir. It's really a life lessons and the things that you can take out of it.
There's some humor in it too.
Bob. You got to own your stuff with some level of self-deprecating humor, and you got to recognize when you're making mistakes. You're way better off acknowledging them than trying to pass the buck. So many people are the Scarecrow in the Wizard of Oz, right? Look at me. It's this person's fault or that person's fault. You're better to get the gun back on the bird and focus on yourself. The good, bad, and the ugly,
Well, here's where I was going to go with the people that we're trying to help. And I hope you don't think I'm being too greedy, but you don't get anything if you don't ask for something. And you have been so good to us over the years. And now that we finally have the 501c3, I want you to let me know if this is anything that you can possibly help us with. And if not, can you guide us in the right direction to companies or organizations?
We'll call Christina on day. The office is closed tomorrow.
Okay.
And we'll certainly help. And I'll try to come up with some people.
Okay.
And what I'll do, Kenny, is if I can get that clip that you just showed, I'll send out an email to people.
We have more than that. Yeah. We have more than that.
Yeah, I'll write a personal letter and get them to take a look at some of
that. Was just a quick sample. We couldn't roll all the beautiful bean footage, but if you saw some, I sit here and cry sometimes, Anthony. We had talked about when Dad's having a bad day, and my son would come over and take me out, and then the story I always tell, I'm going to be all right, Chris, because when I come home, my electricity's on. My roof doesn't leak, my refrigerator's full, my cabinets are full. I'm going to be all right. I have electricity. My worst day ever would be any of these families' best.
Yeah.
And that's just how you have to look at it.
It's a good perspective. When I got my first job, my dad was a crane operator. And when I got my first job in a commercial office building, he said to me, "Hey, I never want you to complain about the job." And I said, "Why is that, Bob?" He said, You're indoors. You're out of direct sunlight, and there's no heavy lifting.
That's a great job. That's a great job.
Even if you're having a bad day on that job, it's probably a better day than most people who have to get outside in hot and cold weather.
Digging the ditches, the hot and the cold.
And I think that is something that's never left me about my folks. They were incredibly hardworking. And I always tell my kids, we're no worse than anybody. I don't want my kids ever to think that they're worse than anybody.
But you're not any better. You're not any better
than anybody. You're as good as anybody. But treat everybody with the same level of equity and the same level of kindness. All
right. So I hate to do this, but Anthony, I know you have a very hard stop coming up within a minute or two. Yeah. So anything that you want to promote before we kick you out of here? And
and the new book.
No, listen, I don't want no need to promote anything, but if people like politics, they can tune in my podcast. The Rest is Politics US with me and Caddy K. It's a fun show.
I love Caddy K. She's great.
I guess what I would say to you guys is reach out to my team on Tuesday.
Okay.
Happy Labor Day to everybody. Mr. Cena, it's great to finally meet you, and hopefully I'll get a chance to see you in person. Kenny, I want to come down and see you when I go to that Buffalo Trace.
In Frankfurt, yes. Oh, let's make that happen. That finally needs to happen.
But reach out to our guys on Tuesday, and we'll try to give a bigger helping hand to the Food for
Thank you so much, man. You're the best. And and you called me after our first podcast, told me we were going to be friends forever, and you were right. And I love you for that. And to elevate a small time guy like me to your level, you don't know how much I appreciate you. And thank you.
Sweet to be on with you guys. It made my week. It made the start of my weekend.
Oh, well, that's the greatest compliment I could ever get. And we're going to put that on a loop.
Have a great holiday weekend, guys. And
I love you, my friend, and thank you so much.
All right, be well.
Sure.
Be well.
Take care.
All right, I'm going to speed up for 2 minutes. I got to go put a prime rib in the oven because Mo will be mad if it's not cooked.
What the hell? So you're both scooting on me?
Is that going to be on the channel?
The next 90 minutes was for Mr. Cena. We don't want Monique getting hot, do we? We don't need that.
Well, any hotter anyway.
So he's going to put a prime rib in the oven.
I was trying to think of something, Bob. You got me there.
Well, we opened up the chat room. I'm glad Punching Media had some fun.
Who that?
Let's see. Mooch's book is wise and thought. Okay, apparently Punching Bag Media rather. Danny Stanton, you should put out a video. You should put out a video giving your opinion about it. What should I give my opinion about?
The Roger Jackson thing. Yeah, we didn't really touch base on it a whole lot.
We might touch on. I don't know that we never get donations on shows like these because everybody wants to enjoy the show, hear the show. Kenny, where's your phone?
Afterwards, they don't think about it.
Well, sometimes.
So, Punching Bag is Tim Kalin.
Oh, is that Tim Kalin? Oh, okay, yeah. Tim, where's your badge? You couldn't drop $3 on a badge, Tim Kalin, you rich son of a. Tim is my dear friend that I graduated high school with. He's been to Blaze Pizza with me. He's been to El Mariachi's with me. Some of our restaurants that we go to. Okay. No, Tim, I didn't know it was you till just now. I didn't realize you were such a tightwad little bitch that you wouldn't drop $3 to get a membership and participate on the whole show.
Tim.
Tim, by the way, I always mess it up. Tim was in, it was either the CIA or the Secret Service. I always get them mixed up. He was in one of them. Yeah, you cheap mofo, all right. I'll give you. But he always buys my dinner, though, except for at Blaze because there's no need for that. We got it covered.
I want to give a little background here, a little behind the scenes stuff. Kenny, before we get started, before Anthony goes on, I want you guys to get some questions ready for Anthony. I
had you in the bullpen.
I had several.
I had you in the bullpen warming up. The starter was okay.
3 words in on the entire thing. So
that's why I just slipped in comments.
Mr. Cena,
but you were seen for the whole, and I had poor Mr. Cena in the bullpen for 20 minutes
in a green room.
I almost wasn't even going to bring him in. I was going, I don't know what happened to Mr. Cena. I don't know where he went.
I'm right here.
I'm right here.
I'm back.
And that was kind of the intentions of the show. Is I was very proud to introduce you to Anthony. I didn't realize that you guys had closer ties than I even realized with your geographical location there. And he's apparently met up with John several times.
Ron Waterman. Yes, I'm going to text John and tell him I met this gentleman. What a
there you go.
Fascinating, full of facts.
Yeah.
My question would have been to a couple of
fellow Catholic, by the way, I might add.
Whoa, there you go. So
Catholic.
Why don't we get rid of lobbyists? Yeah. That's the first thing.
Well, that's a great idea. I'm all aboard on that one.
That will save several $billion.
Billions. We'll save billions.
And then the president, God bless him, because I wouldn't take that job for all the tea in China. But why don't we start taking care of the elderly in this country who can't afford food or water or heat?
And our underprivileged children.
Yes, sir. And what about the decrease? We're going to drill. Maybe the drills haven't started yet, but I'm waiting for the gas prices to drop.
Well, they're under $2 a gallon,
out
Mr.
here.
Cena. Didn't you know that? They're under $2 a gallon. Have you been hearing the White House press? Yeah.
It's
Yeah, now
$2.78 up here for regular and $3.57 to $3.98 premium.
Right about what we got here in
$3.69
Louisville.
for regular.
Hey,
Yeah.
but drug prices are down 15,000%.
Drug prices are
Oh, yeah,
down.
they pay me $1,500 to get them now.
So if you listen to his presentation, drug prices are down 1,500%. Well, that means 100% is free. So at 1,400%, let's say your drug's $1,000, because I have family members that have drugs that cost here in America $1,000, some $10,000 a month. So so he can make $140,000 a year just buying his drugs.
Just being sick.
That hadn't worked out yet. Let's see. Here's a name I haven't
I'm
seen.
sick.
We had
309 in Delaware. I guarantee you that's regular. So that's roughly
Yeah,
409.
the 369 is regular here.
By the way, you look like you might be running from the law. What's going on there? Is that
Could
that looked
be.
like a mugshot
That
in the
looks more
making?
like, what you talking about, Willis?
As a boondoll. As old boondoll back from the dead.
That does look a little like Boondock, don't it?
I,
yeah.
I took
I
off
forgot
work
about
to
that.
do this, so I need to kick out because I do have to get back to work.
Oh,
You have a job?
So yep, I have a real
didn't
job.
know you worked.
Well, no, I don't, but I get.
I thought
paid
you were
for
my
work.
indentured servant.
You're
That was the only
employed.
reason you were here to exist.
Yeah,
another half hour. I'll be kicking out to put the prime rib at a lower temperature, and I'll come back.
I don't blame you there. That sounds like a good deal.
Now, is
I
that
think
gonna
we
be
can
on your
cover
channel?
everything. That's regular, he says.
yes. By the way, make sure that you guys follow Mr. Cena's YouTube channel because he has
I
some
already do.
great food tips on there. Oh,
Yeah.
some of stuff is just
Oh, yeah.
makes my
You've
mouth
been
water.
taking. He's a hell of a cook. Everybody that's ever met him has told me that. So I haven't got to sample any of it yet.
The stall.
Well, Bob,
Good to
thank
see
you
you,
for
Mr.
helping out
Cinema.
today. Thank you for having those questions ready. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
They
good.
were
job.
very
And
insightful.
we will
gonna-
send those to Mr.
I'm gonna
Scaramucci and wait
email
for
this
his.
to him. Yeah.
Oh, give the train a little bit of.
Well, all right, give the train a little. Well, you got to blow your whistle. What more do you want? All right, Bob, we're getting ready to talk about the Rampage Jackson thing, or should we hold off on that to the next show?
Let's hold
No,
off.
go ahead and talk about it.
Oh, you want to?
Well,
Yeah, go ahead.
if Cena is familiar with what we're talking about, we'll do it, and if not, we'll hold off till the next show.
Yeah.
Are you are you up to date on this Rampage Rajah Jackson thing about him running in the ring, getting the shit beat out of him?
I
Or
am.
beating
I
the shit out
am.
of somebody.
And,
Okay.
for those of us that are in this business, Cole will
Yeah.
probably back me up on this.
Yeah.
That never, ever, I don't give a damn whose fault it is. That never, ever should have occurred.
No.
100%. You know, you got a bitch, take it to the side. Don't take it out in the ring and try to kill somebody. I know that
Well-
sometimes matches turn into real fights, but
It's
that
happened.
was an intentional situation where somebody, either he lost it completely or he has lost it in his own life, but that was an attempt to kill somebody.
Oh, he was urged on, by the way, because they
Yeah,
did
he was
apologize
apparently
backstage beforehand.
Yeah, he was
And he
apparently
said, "Yeah, we're
egged
cool."
on.
Yep.
He was apparently egged on by his fan base because he was live streaming. Who the f
No,
does
it was
that?
another worker that you saw him on camera say, make sure you get that receipt and lay it in.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
so,
you know, I read did you read the response from that wrestler that made that comment? And
I have not.
His basic defense was, I did that in character.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got to remember something.
Well-
You're not dealing with a performer. You're dealing with somebody who is not in our business, somebody who doesn't understand that. And I say it 1,000 times to the young guys and women that I work with. You know, when I'm in that ring and you're in that ring, your life is in my hands and mine is in yours. And that situation, I've watched that tape several times. And okay, I could have seen maybe one swipe. Okay, now
Right.
we're even. But to drop
Yeah.
that the way he did,
23
times.
23 is what they said.
Lethal.
23.
that kid's an MMA fighter.
Right.
Legal
Mhm.
punches to the head.
Mm-hmm.
He is so
And if you
lucky
watch,
that
he
this
was actually
man-
unconscious after the slam.
Yeah,
he was
knocked
unconscious
him out.
before the first punch.
Well,
He
well,
knocked him out.
here's my take. It was all set up to be a work.
Yeah.
That was the setup. It was set up to be a work backstage. And when he's sitting there front row and he slides in the ring, nobody stops him because in the Louisville Gardens or Ohio Valley Wrestling or wherever this would have happened at, or at Freedom Hall, if somebody slides in the ring that ain't scheduled to be in there, this ain't the Usos running in a black hoodie. This ain't CM Punk running in a black hoodie.
Nope.
Somebody's in that ring ain't supposed to be there. What happens? Number one, this is the rules. every wrestler in the ring, I don't care if it's 2 singles or if it's a 10-man tag, everybody is on who is in that ring. Everybody. All hands on deck.
I agree.
They stomp the shit out of them until the police or security or whomever gets in there to get them out. Well, he slides in the ring. No security, no wrestler alert, no nothing. Why? Because he leaned in to give the guy the move, the power slam. So he's giving his body for the power slam. And then he doesn't even work the power slam. And then after he was kind enough to give him the power slam, which was talked about in the back, obviously, because why else would there be no security in the ring? Why would no other wrestlers be stopping this shit? And then he's an MMA fighter on top of that.
Well, and then waits for dear life.
And then the skinniest guy in the building's trying to pull him off, like he's work pulling him off. Mm-hmm. So it was all a setup from the beginning, and then he violated the deal.
Yes.
And then he decides he got worked up by the fan base. You're like, man, they're treating you like pardon the language, but John Cena warned us at the beginning of the show there will be foul language. They're treating you like a little pussy, man. So not only, no, Kenny, it was a shoot because the police were called. Okay, he walked home. He tried to kill a man. If I do that, I'm 65 years old, fat and out of shape. If I got John Cena down, who on TV gave me his body once, if I go down there and take 23 shots at him, even my big fat ass can do some damage. Mm-hmm. Not what this guy can do. But if I give John 23 bashes to the head, well, number one, he's only taking one of those. Because that second one, the shit's on.
That wakes you up.
Yeah, the shit's on the second one because he gave me his body. It's a working agreement. And then so no, I am sorry. It was all set up to be a work, and then he violated the deal because he doesn't know how to work. And then he's got an anger management problem.
When they said he had a concussion 2 days prior. During training, he took a kick to the
but
head.
He walked home. The LAPD or whoever was called did nothing because they were probably, I wonder if it was a work.
Yeah.
Man's laying in the ring and he ain't moving. So, even eventually they get up and get escorted to the back.
Have you seen the pictures of him in the hospital?
I have not.
He's lost some teeth. His orbital bone is broke. His jaw was a little bit dislocated.
Rajah Jackson needs to go to jail for a long time.
Oh, yeah. They're calling for
Mr. Cena. And like you said, Mr. Cena's been around this business for a long time. Mr. Cena introduced me to his son down at Ohio Valley Wrestling. Came down, worked a angle or two with us. And Mr. Cena's been on WWE television. And can you imagine somebody in the WWE doing that and then living to talk about it?
That's just sad. I'm a firm believer that you don't take people like that who have no experience. I tell you, Travis Scott was a perfect example with the Cody Rhodes situation. Mm-hmm. He laid into Cody and busted that kid's eardrum and really hurt him. You have no business allowing anybody to do anything like that unless, like Jelly Roll, I think that guy did a great job in that ring, but he trained for 7 or 8 months before he did it. So he understood what he was supposed to do.
And what he learned in 7 or 8 months was amazing because I would not have thought 8 months would have got him anywhere near where he ended up getting.
But he stuck to the script. He stuck to the script and he did what he was supposed to do. And I'll put dollars to donuts. If for 1 minute, if Paul Levesque saw one iota going wrong, that match would have been broken up and over in less than 30 seconds.
Yeah, there's plenty of people in the back that could have stopped it.
The promoter needs to see if he's got all the marbles in the bag, number one.
That was Rikishi.
It was Rikishi's company. And supposedly WWE yanked their agreement with him immediately.
It's gone.
Yeah, and probably should be. They said Rikishi wasn't even there that day. Well, somebody was in charge. And just because Danny Davis is not at Ohio Valley Wrestling doesn't exempt him if Al Snow's there and lets something this stupid go down. Al Snow's in deep shit. Or whoever is left in charge. Me, Cornette, whoever. Whoever's in charge is in deep shit to let something like that happen. Yeah.
Sad that a man of Rikishi's stature, and believe me, I have nothing but good words for that man.
I worked with him up in your neck of the woods. That was the only time I ever got to work with him.
Tremendous human being. And if you read what Rikishi said, he said, wow, it never should have happened.
Yeah.
It never should have happened.
He's right.
If he was there, I know it would have never happened because he'd have been in that ring and pounded the living shit out of him.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, you're right, Kenny. Somebody dropped the ball, but who takes the hit? The man.
I haven't seen anybody other than Rikishi wanting to take any blame.
Well, I tell you,
and Rikishi wasn't there.
Stand-up guy, so
yeah. And he is a stand-up guy. Worked with him up in Mr. Cena's neck of the woods. I did shows in Nashua, New Hampshire. You know where Nashua is.
I actually know where that is.
I did shows in the Boston area. Did shows. I forgot the city in Maine, but we did some shows in Maine. And I was fortunate enough to get to work 3 or 4 shows up there.
Either Portland or Augusta.
Talking, right?
There are not a lot of cities in Maine to choose from to run a wrestling show, is there? I think it was Augusta.
Probably Augusta, but Portland is usually where they do their big hits.
Okay.
Augusta is a little further up there. And then,
Chris did all these shows with me. I will have to ask him. He might remember the cities we did. But Nashua, New Hampshire, that's just got a great ring to it. You can't forget Nashua, New Hampshire. No.
Done a lot of shows up there, but all the shows I've done, and I'm going to tell you, I'm sure Cole will back me up because he's done a lot himself. I have never seen a travesty like I saw.
No,
in that
neither have I. Neither have I.
Uncalled for.
I have been around and been backstage in pro wrestling since late 1974, early 1975, through my affiliation with Jarrett Welch and Jerry Lawler, then eventually into Smoky Mountain Wrestling with Goulas Wrestling in Nashville, TBS Wrestling down in Atlanta when I was permitted to be backstage and got to participate in a lot of stuff down there at WTBS when Cornette was in Atlanta. I have seen everything and never seen something like that go down and no one do anything about it.
That was absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
We had one situation where I did an indie show where one guy came in, threw a baby carriage in. I was managing this individual. He really slugged him. And I'll tell you what, the back room cleared out. That man left the ring. And when he got to the back, his shit was thrown out the door along with him. That's how long that lasted.
That's how shit happened in the Louisville Gardens. And here's the rules in the Louisville Gardens. A fan gets in the ring, or somebody decides to go into business for themselves, or you're trying to give a celebrity a little something, and then the celebrity thinks they're a tough guy. The rules are everybody in the ring gets on him, and it's just a group effort. And I watched it happen several times because a lot of times the fans would try to get in the ring. And then they get drugged to the back, getting beat all the way back by security. They get in the back. Security has their way with them. And then if the wrestler wants to get even with the fan or whomever tried the shit, they get to come back and get a little private time with them. And they wouldn't even arrest them. Then they go out the back door, knowing I shouldn't have tried that shit. And then they'd be banned from the building for life. That's how shit was in the Louisville Gardens. No one was ever stupid enough to try that at OVW. I think one time we had 2 wrestlers get mad at each other in the ring, and Rip Rogers came out with a kendo stick, started beating the shit out of both of them. Like, you two stupid assholes. And he just beat shit out of both of them. Yeah, he beat shit out of both of them.
What's amazing about the situation is they were wrestlers in the ring just standing there, and
standing there.
Well, videotape. Yeah. What is wrong with you?
Well, for what? Slightly to their defense, they thought it was work.
But
they thought it was a work
shot. I would have figured
because
out,
they knew he was. They knew he was invited to be in the ring. Yeah. Shot number 3. If you ain't smartened up yet and realize it's shot number 3, you need to get in there
and to see that dude.
And you don't go up and grab him on the shoulder, the little skinniest guy on the roster. Yeah. No, it's a. And I've watched your son do it I meant to bring up Peacemaker a little more than I've done so far. Your son, you know what your son does in Peacemaker when he puts that helmet on and he just flies and dives? That's what needed to be done. About 5 of them need to fly and dive and just take him down. Mr. Cena, how many episodes of Peacemaker have you seen?
Well, I've seen every single one in season 1.
Have you ever watched any with your son?
No. No.
I just completed all of season 1. I can't watch that show with my son.
Well, I'm going to
knowing how you are religiously, I don't know how you sit down with John and watch that show and go, "Well, son, I didn't know that."
Have you watched the first episode?
I have, and wow, season 2 shaping up to be pretty solid.
I turned to Moniz and I go, "What?"
Wow.
fuck is
Yeah,
that?
there you go. I was when I saw it, my first thing that went through my head is I wonder what Mr. Cena is doing now.
Which episode was that?
Season 2, episode 1.
Okay, I'm on the last episode of season 1. So
That's a great episode, by the way. The last one's a great episode.
That's
But
good.
wait till you watch all of season 2, episode
watch
1.
the first episode in season 2, and I guarantee you, next time I come back, you're going to say,
Yeah.
"What was that?"
What was that?
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh my God! It is, see, I did not understand the first time because I'd only seen a few Peacemakers,
Oh, okay.
and I gave up HBO, and I didn't have Cody at the time, so there was no way for me to watch Peacemaker, and I wasn't willing to give HBO any of my money. So when I got Cody, I said, "Hey, Peacemaker, I'm going to get caught up on these things." I am amazed at how good. How long has John told you how long it took to do the dance setup in season 1?
No, I have no idea.
What a unbelievable dance! Because I can't I can't picture John even doing that. And then you get the whole cast to do it, and there's some great characters, some great actors that are just lifelong actor. I can't think of their names right now, but
Patrick, you get James.
oh yes, oh my God,
great people in there, and season
Great
2
people.
is a brand new dance. Season 2 was
brand new dance. I thought they would just run the reel from. No, they got a new dance that might be more ridiculous than the first dance, and they had to learn another one.
I think season 2, listening to James Gunn and taking a look at season 1
Yeah.
of 2, I think this
Uh-huh.
will be a very interesting 8 episodes. I
Because
really
this
do.
is a James Gunn baby here, right? You see
Oh,
his
yeah.
name right after the credits.
Oh yeah, yep. I think it's
Now,
going to
has
be.
John always been naturally funny, or is this kind of?
He's always been
Pretty much. Ever since I've known him.
He's always been a joker and a comedian.
Yeah.
I was the first one to say when he got here and they put John with me and Rico, I said, he don't need to be with me. You know, I enhance some talent. John does not need me. But for comedic effect, with John shitting all over me all the time, Rico called me dad and hugged me and pray with me. And everybody knew that I was agnostic, and everybody knew that Rico's pretty religious. So Rico goes to the corner to pray. All right. And I'd go over and pray with him like this. And then Cena, his job was basically to shit on me and make comedic humor out of me, which I disagreed with at first because I said, well, you're taking some of the heat off from you by giving me shit. But then again, it was so funny. You know, you just kind of had to do it because he still kept his heat anyway.
Well,
They still hated him.
Well, he had a lot of
So-
sayings and jokes when he first came to the WWE as the Thug Life thing.
Thug life. Yeah.
A lot of the stuff he said was stuff I said growing up, you know, and like so
Him
I
and
resonated
Bull
with a lot of
Buchanan.
that.
Yeah, him and Bull Buchanan got set up together to do the Thug Life thing.
Mm-hmm.
And wow. And as a matter of fact, I am on a video, My Life, the first video that they did of John Cena. Vince McMahon didn't get it. Me and Danny Davis and Jimmy Cornette are all recorded going, this probably is going to be the biggest star in the history of the WWE. We're saying that back then. Vince wanted him released. John, we did not want John to know this. They were trying to release Rico and Cena at the same time. Stone Cold came to Rico's defense because he worked with us at Louisville Gardens. I said, no, man, this guy can add something to this company. No, don't. If you're going to release him, give him 90 days. You're paying him 90 days anyway. Let him come up here with us.
That helped him.
I
I heard he was freestyle rapping at one point.
Well,
She
that was in the
overheard
back of a plane or a bus or
Yeah.
something, and she heard him freestyling,
It's a
and
bus.
she's, oh, we got something here. Yeah, so that part is true because that's right out of John Cena's mouth.
Yep.
Is that she heard him freestyling on? It was either back of a plane. I think the back of a plane,
Nope.
and because he knew he was about to be let go. Then
Yep, it was the back of a bus, and
Yeah.
Stephanie heard him, and she said, "Can you do that on TV?" And he
Oh
said,
my
"Of course." And
can
that's
do
when
anything
he
on
was
TV.
Vanilla Ice, if you remember, for the
Yes.
Thanksgiving Day show. And after
Yeah.
that, this Doctor of Thugonomics is born. That's supposed to be a heel, and
yeah,
it's just like when they turned him heel this time. They
yeah.
would chant him. So it's like, you know, I hope people
it's always been about half and half.
yeah, well,
But in some towns he had everybody.
yep.
In some towns he had everybody.
Fans better get it clear because people say to me all the time, "Oh yeah, he'll be back next year." I will say this:
I don't think so.
take it to the bank, my friend. The last time is now.
You know
December
what? You know why I know? Other than you backing it up, you know why I know it's true? because the last time he came to Six Flags, I was peddling my life, our life, the rest of our life. I made my own series of DVDs of me and John Cena, selling them for $20 a pop at shows. John's back there, and I'm good. Hey, Joe, will you sign this for me? And he sees the series of my life DVDs. He says, "You better sell them while you can, Kenny, because this is my last time here." I said, "Really?" I said, "You're never going to come back and do Six Flags?" "Kenny, this is my last time here." And he was right. He never came back. He knew then. He made up his mind. That was his last trip to Six Flags, and it was. And if he's telling you he ain't coming back, John's word means something. I don't know that he will be back in any fashion, not only as a wrestler, because everybody takes the, well, I'll come back as a manager, I'll come back as a producer, whatever. No, I don't think John will be back in any way. I think he's going to make movies, and eventually he's going to.
I don't think so. I think that John's family is the WWE. I don't know any more than you, and you got to.
Well, I would agree with that.
Yeah. He'd be an ambassador.
I don't know anything about what's happening. I can only say this. I will think that John Cena somehow, somewhere, will always be part of WWE.
And should be.
I don't know. He's got 25 years experience. That's got to be worth something to NXT. It's got to be worth something to the WWE as a mentor, if nothing else. So let's see what happens. I don't know myself what's going to happen. I think the last match on the 13th of December, I think will be very emotional for me.
Well, see, you got something I didn't even have. I didn't know what the last date was, but that the 13th of December. Now we got something there.
Where it's going to be, nobody seems to know. I see it all over the dirt sheets. I had a couple of dates that I was talking about, and those dates have been changed to different locations.
Season 2's on now, buddy.
Yeah, well, here we go. So let's see what happens, because the last time is now. And I can tell you his body, as he says, is screaming for him to retire. And it's time. God bless him. God bless everybody in that ring, because I think they all have to realize that nothing is forever.
I think they all need to consider retirement around the age of 50 to save your body.
Amen.
So you're not. I only had to take 2 or 3 decent bumps in my life. I got the wrestling business. I got treated very favorably. And I also refuse to do a lot of shit because I have enough trouble walking as it is due to bad knees and weighing nearly 600 pounds. If I had done all the shit they wanted me to do in wrestling, I'd be in some type of a wheelchair around here. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
No way.
And I tell
my
people,
size, I'd be the bump digger.
Work with a lot of the older stars. And some of those guys can just barely make it to the ring because of their bodies, the condition they're in.
The adrenaline gets them there because they are just different people when they get backstage. Because adrenaline will get you a long way. Like when I get worked up, somebody wants to come up to me on the porch and argue with me about my dog or something. There's an adrenaline that kicks in. Like, I might be 65 and fat and sitting on my porch, but I'll come down there and beat your ass. And that adrenaline, and then that adrenaline goes away, and I'll say, no, I think I'm just going to sit here and you just bitch about my dog and we'll be all right. My dog barked at you. Get over it. Well, my dog is defending me.
I know you like surprises, so
I do. I love surprises. What you got?
Oh, is it upside down? I can't.
What do we got here? Yeah, I can read it. And oh my God, look at that! Look at that. That's cool.
And I thought it was a joke till I opened the box.
Oh my God, Snickers!
Hustle, loyalty, respect. That was a special gift.
Wow.
Oh, Snickers.
Yep. So it's I'm honored to have it.
Yeah.
I think they did it.
That is cool as hell.
Yeah. It's not whoopie pies, but
no, and it may not even be a Jimmy John's chocolate chip cookie, they don't have them anymore. I've got about 4 of them left. The pumpkin spice cookie from Jimmy John's. They gave me the last few they had because there was some
on eBay for one.
But there was something about the way they made it where it was much creamier than they wanted it to be. They wanted it to be crispy like their chocolate chip cookie. I love these things, and they're filled with cream, Mr. Cena, and chewy and so. Oh my God, it's my favorite cookie I've ever had. Well, I got 4 of them left, and I'm hoarding them.
With a pumpkin whoopie pie.
What's that now?
We have a pumpkin whoopie pie.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, here's the thing, and I tried to pin you down last time you were on. I know you're on limited time here. When can we expect some whoopie pies, Mr. Cena? When can we expect some whoopie pies? Because I know that Bob went online looking to order maybe as many. I don't know if he's going to stick to this number or not. He's looking to order as many, because how many flavors you got? Like 40 something?
I think they're up to 35 now.
He's looking to order at least one of every flavor and several. I think I heard him. He's about to place a 48 order on the Cena whoopie pies.
Yeah, number 48 sounds.
And I said, well, I requested 48 free ones from Mr. Cena, but I'll hold out for 24. I gave you room to negotiate me down.
I'll tell you what, maybe we get a dozen out there. I'm going to attempt to make Mr. Cena's rhubarb custard pie recipe off of his YouTube account.
That's my former co-host that the cheap little bitch won't get a badge or make a donation. You better make a donation day, you little bitch. He wanted to be in studio with me today, and I told him that was a $100 donation to be seen with me, John Cena Senior, and Anthony Scaramucci. Well, you notice he ain't here. No. You notice that.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, so now you come in here and you're kissing Mr. Cena's ass, and I'd like some of that pie too. It sounds pretty good.
It's a very good pie. It's excellent pie.
Oh, I love custard pie. One of my favorites.
Rhubarb custard.
Andy Griffith. Andy, you cheap little bitch. We've talked about this. You've known me forever. You've been in my home. You've been in this house.
Down. I'll be right back.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Drove Mr. Cena away with it.
You've been in this house. You made Mr. Cena leave. You've been in this house. The 10-year anniversary of my book. Exactly right. I probably screwed you too. The mostly true stories of Kenny Starmaker Bolin. And I was hoping Mark Cuban could drop in because this is also the 25-year anniversary of me and John Cena Senior. I'm sorry. Me and Mark Cuban launching the career of John Cena. And, of course, John Cena Senior was down here at Ohio Valley with us for a few shows to help get that ball rolling. And let's see here. Rhubarb, okay. I haven't seen the word rhubarb spelt so long that it almost didn't look that. And I used to love my grandma Risen used to make rhubarb pie.
Oh yeah,
she's always known as Granny Risen. Everybody called her Granny, not Granny Clampett, but Granny Risen. And her rhubarb pie was the best. And I bet you I haven't had any since the 70s.
So
probably early 70s is the last time I had rhubarb pie. Mr. Cena's gonna irk me here. I know. Oh,
there
God.
You go. These were made special for a friend of mine. His wife's having a wine tasting. It says, "Sipping with Sandy. This is a pumpkin whoopie pie."
Oh my God. Well, that's my pumpkin cookie, and there's only 4 of them left.
That one right there is peach cobbler.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Peach cobbler.
And
35.
Maybe I'll send you some 4 ounce instead of 8 ounce.
Well, no, you can send the 8. The 8 ounces are fine. Do you have a 16 ounce whoopie pie? Do you got any of those?
What's that?
See, I'm trying to fit in my Jimmy John shirt here, and I need the 8 ounce to be able to snug this out a little bit. need the 8 ounce. Ghost was talking about the strawberry rhubarb. Oh my God, yeah. My grandma made some badass rhubarb. Y'all got me reflecting back now because I haven't had rhubarb pie in a long time. Would you Whoopies needs to release a special? What flavor would that be, Mr. Cena? A Snicker bar, a Snicker flavor?
No, we already have a Snickerdoodle.
Well, I haven't had that yet.
I don't know what that would be. I suppose if we did a Hustle Loyalty Respect.
Yeah, what flavor would that be?
The last time is now on it because we only do it once.
There you go. Yeah, one-time availability. That's a good idea.
Yep. Maybe we could do, and because everybody that, John's a health nut. Thank God he doesn't eat like.
Well, he had me as a manager. What other direction did he have to go? Do I want to look like Kenny Bolin? I better be healthy.
I've lost 22 pounds already. I've got 20 more to go. So
yeah, very good, very good.
Maybe we do a how about a strawberry rhubarb? We could do a strawberry rhubarb protein whoopie pie.
There you go.
Or anybody got any ideas what you want for flavors? Let's do that. I'll talk to the guy that bakes them, and maybe I could start selling those at the shows. But it would be one time.
Kenny sells books with a pie. You'll make me. Well, we might be teaming up with something there. You might be onto something.
No. Well,
what about a Boston cream? Well, that kind of adds up. You're from the Boston area.
We
A
can
Boston
I
cream
can
whoopie
do
pie?
that.
You haven't done a Boston cream pie yet?
Not yet. We could do that. Hustle
Seems
oil
to be the obvious choice, don't it? I hate to say that, Ghost, you non-badge carrying something, there better be a donation tonight, or I'm going to come to your. No, I won't come to your home because you live in a bad part of town. But the next time I catch you at my Jimmy John's up here at 2/10 of the mile, I'm going to come up here and beat your ass and take your Jimmy John's from you. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. I'm getting worked up over here. I was a little sleepy at 3:00 when I woke up to get ready to do this show for my old man nap. Let's see. Add a pair of Beats. Well, who out there is going to, for charity? I've only got 4 of these left. Who's going to buy an Anthony Scaramucci book? Because I'm going to have to send one of these to Mr. Cena in exchange for his 48 whoopie pies he's sending me. Maybe 2. Might have to send 2.
48 whoopie pie.
I said I'd negotiate down to 24. Quit playing hardball with me.
Well, I might make it 18.
Well, that's now you've negotiated me under 50%, which means you win. 50%'s a draw, and if it's over 50%, I win.
Well, but you see, the deal is if I send you these pies, he has to get some of these pies. I mean, he's never even had a chance to taste one.
You've never had one in your mouth, have you?
I have not.
Well, then here's what we do. You're going to have to send his share directly, because otherwise he ain't getting any. Because that means I would have to look at that whoopie pie and say, Coltrane deserves this more than I do, and I don't think I have that in me to do that. I don't have that much decency in me, Mr. Cena. Let's see. Now it's down to 6 pies.
Okay, listen. Now it's down to 6 pies. Yes.
Yeah, that ain't good. Yeah, we better stick at 18. Now 18's better than 6. Now I win. Because 6, I definitely lose. So yeah, and I'm looking at it this way: if Bob is buying 48, and he told me he put his hand on a stack of Bibles, 2 Kenny Bolin books, and 1 Anthony Scaramucci book. He swore on all of them, and he said he's going to buy 48 pies. So if he's buying 48, the least we can do is get me 18 free ones, and let's send 2 to Coltrane.
Hey, whatever works.
So I took care of you. Look at that.
Are you going to send those if I send you the pies? Are you going to send those to Coltrane?
Yeah. Are you going to send those to Coltrane? You know what?
I can't hear you. I can't hear you. My AirPods are functioning badly.
Here you go. See, yeah.
Can't hear you.
I will tell you.
Yeah. I grew up on a farm. I had a farm. I don't need more bullshit, Kenny. Just let me know what's going on. If Cole's not going to get me, just send me his address, and I'll make sure he gets at least 4 or 5.
Ooh, nice.
4 or 5. Well, that's better than 2 that I was going to send you.
Yeah, because if you sent him 2, they would probably be half pies because you'd eat them before you.
They would. Well, I would want to make sure they're safe. I mean, I don't want to send the man defective pies.
Yeah.
So of course I got to eat half just to make, because if I live, then he'll live, right? Yeah. And if I die, I saved his life, because then I won't be able to send him. So you got to make sure the pies are safe. So yeah, a half a pie is good. But look at him. A half a pie is good for him. He can probably eat more than half a pie.
Weight, man.
Bob has millions on his old podcast with here. Are you just going to refuse to make a donation or get a badge, Andy Griffith, if that is your real name? And the sad thing is, it is his real name. And he's been in my house. He sat on that sofa, or a reasonable facsimile. He's been over there.
Did he bring Goober with him?
Let's see. He did bring Goober with him. What was your partner's name? Andy? What was his name?
Andy.
Bob has millions from his old podcast for Terry. That podcast didn't get 8 views. Stop it. Quit doing that. Just stop it.
Soul.
Maybe it got millions the time I was on it. God rest his soul. Exactly. God rest his soul. But I had a ball today. I don't know about you guys. I had a good time.
No, this was fun.
And it wasn't Anthony just as sweet as he could be. Yeah, and I'm predicting that Anthony Scaramucci and John Cena Senior are going to see each other in person probably in the near future. In October, I will go to Frankfurt. I'll get somebody to take me if I don't go by myself. Meet up with Mr. Anthony. I'm going to call Jimmy John's in Frankfurt, have lunch arranged, because I don't want to pay for it. And the Tractor. Yeah, Tractor. That's who it is. Give me a commitment of a donation in here. We're raising money to help our Filipino families. I don't know that anybody's doing it. I can't find my phone. I had it. Where'd my phone go? Did I lay the box on it?
But what do they say, Cole? The first thing to go is the mind.
Oh yeah.
And the phone. No, the phone is the first thing to go.
It's going to be the Bob Hazleton, John Cena, Coltrane show, not the superstar Kenny Bolin.
It's about to be because I can't find. Hey, Google, find my cell phone.
He probably ate it.
Should be ringing.
Oh,
I hear it. Is it in
I think that's Sheriff Andy.
Just, here we go. It's like a mystery.
See,
Ladies and gentlemen, will Kenny Bolin find his phone? Will he eat all the whoopie pies? Will we see Kenny Bolin 20 pounds lighter after he eats those? Tune in next week.
You know why I couldn't find it? My books were laying on it. My books were.
Same
There it is.
channel.
Yeah, my books were laying on the
It was
phone.
under your ass the whole time.
It was under my ass. There it is. You are not going to believe this, guys. Those of you that are in here, not one person donated during the show today. Not one.
Jeez.
Well, I take that back. Michigan Mike wrote me last night and pledged a $40 donation today and a challenge.
Awesome.
So Michigan Mike did pledge $40 last night. Thank you, Michigan Mike. Joe did bad. He might do more. Well, Michigan Mike, you're on standby. Well, I guess I have to answer this phone. Well, he must have accident. Did you try to call me, Randy Macho Man, Saturday? Let me check Venmo, because I might not have got a notice. Maybe Randy did something on Venmo. Let me check. TC from the NC did $10. I never got a notification on it. Randy Macho Man Satterley donated $25. So 25, 35, and then we got 40 from Michigan Mike, so 40. So we got 75. That beats the nothing I thought we had.
Yeah.
And
see, he bitches and moans and complains.
Oh, by the way, and you can relay this to John Cena if you would like. I don't know that it's going to get us anywhere. But my police officer friend that's known me since 1976, named Officer Clark. You remember me sending you, I think I sent you a link to the show. I don't know if you got to watch any of it or not, but as a police officer, he was the head of the K-9 squad, named Officer Dennis Clark, and he's known me since 1976. He remembers when my stepdad got sentenced to prison and who he went to prison with, a man named Sanford Suter. They got arrested for stealing cows, Mr. Cena, in 1969.
He's a cow.
They got sentenced to 8 years in the penitentiary, Johnny Risen and Sanford Suter. They got out of prison in 8 months on good behavior. But Johnny Risen with a great, but Mr. Clark remembered all that, and he says, Kenny, how often do you hear from John Cena? And I know you got his father coming on. I said, well, his father's on my show all the time. I said, I don't hear a whole lot from John anymore. I said, he's a pretty busy man. He says, I've heard rumors that he makes $40 million a year. I said, well, I'm sure he's doing good. I said, whatever he's making is more than me. He says, Kenny, and I said, we're going to put this on a loop. Kenny, John Cena should send you $1 million just for shits and giggles. I said, I agree. I said, but here, I don't think he sent his father $1 million for shits and giggles, so I don't see me on the list.
I was just going to say, after me, you first.
After you get yours
first. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to go eat. When you get your $1 million, you invest that somewhere and then send me 50,000 of the profits. How's that?
You got it.
Yeah, see, that's a good deal. That's a good deal.
Just send me $1,000 so I can fly out and have fun.
I just made 50 grand, didn't have to do anything.
Don't hold your breath. That's all I'm going to do.
Yeah, well, I could, as I heard some the movie that starred Leslie Nielsen, I can hold my breath for a long time.
All right.
You know what that movie's from?
Naked Gun?
Naked Gun.
Creep Show. No, Creep Show.
Creep Show?
When
the original Creep Show.
The original Creep Show with Leslie Nielsen.
Right. He was in that.
Yeah, and they bury him up to his neck. The little creature zombies take him out to sea, and they bury him because he had them murdered. Mm-hmm. And so they look at, because he told, hold your breath, blah, 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 blah. And he records it on a Betamax, Leslie Nielsen. So they come back from the sea at the end of that segment as basically sea zombies. They drag Leslie Nielsen down to the beach that he killed him at, bury him up to his neck, and wait for the tide to come in. And they look down and they got these altered voices. Hold your breath. Hold your breath. And Leslie Nielsen looks, I can hold my breath for a long time. And then it cuts, and that's the end of that segment. But
Terry
creep
Funk,
shows,
you said, hold your breath.
the original creep shows are great. I encourage anybody to see those.
Are you talking about the series or the movie?
The movie. The series I saw some of. Oh, that was my favorite, one of my favorite females ever. I used to adore Adrienne Barbeau.
Oh my God! Wasn't that
Adrienne
Maud's
Barbeau?
daughter?
Yes, that's Maud's daughter.
Yes.
And then I watched Maud just to see Adrienne Barbeau. I wasn't watching it to see Maud.
The show sucks.
I was, and that little husband, that little minister that she just bitch slapped on every show.
Oh yeah.
She just punked him out on every show. And then there's Adrienne Barbeau, and I just would tune in to see what she's going to wear on that show.
Come down the steps.
Oh my God, what a beautiful! And I guess she's still alive.
Yeah,
probably still looks pretty good. Still, and and I have a new girl I got a crush on, Mr. Cena, and you know who she is. And I thought her name on the show with Peacemaker, I thought they kept calling her Hot Girl. I said, well, yeah, that's a good name for her, Hot Girl. My son tells me, no, Dad, her name is Hawk Girl.
Oh, Hawk Girl.
I said, oh, I thought they were calling her Hot Girl. And I said, yeah, if she's hot. I don't know about that name. Yeah, because you got the Fantastic Four there and Hot Girl. I said, I don't remember Hot Girl. No, Dad. Hawk Girl. Well, maybe I was seeing one thing and hearing another. But I think Hawk Girl is gorgeous, man. I love her.
No whoopie pies for you.
No whoopie. I just hot girled myself out of whoopie pies. She was very good in Swamp Thing. I remember that.
Yep.
Swamp Thing. Yeah, very good, very good.
Fog.
I'll send $5,000 for the crown.
$5,000 for that crown.
You're not going to believe this, but I was once offered during COVID. I was offered because this was actually Jerry Lawler's crown. I sold. Like an idiot, I sold the black one with midnight blue, but it looked black on camera. During COVID, I sold one of my briefcases, and because I needed money for a surgery that was coming up, I sold the briefcase for $800 and the crown for $800. So I got $1,600 off one of my briefcases, one of my crown. Well, the briefcase that I hit Cena with on TV is the one that you see in the background there, and the people that were hit with that briefcase are John Cena, Randy Orton, Dave Bautista, and Big Show, and I'm sure several others. But Cena was the last one to get hit with that briefcase. And Jim Ross was doing commentary on that show. And I keep telling Cena, I can help you win this match because we were having our breakup. We're laying the groundwork for him to go full-time WWE because he's back and forth at this point. Jim Ross comes down to do commentary. I'm pitching to have Cena let me no, Bolin, I got this. Stay out of my match. So when shit's going south for John during the match, I come out to ringside. Cornette and Ross are doing commentary. And I come out to the ring. I got my briefcase. Cena waves me up to the ring. All right, you big fat ass, you're out here. Help me out. So I get up on the ring. Referee turns back. I get into the ring, crank that briefcase, and Cena's holding the guy. Well, the guy ducks his head, leaving Cena's head exposed, and I crank and just lay Cena out. And just like, oh, shit, I guess I screwed it. So the next week on TV, I said, well, John, you're right. You called me a blithering idiot and a screw up. And, well, you were right. I screwed it up, John. I'm so sorry. And got my cheap shit in on John, and he was the last one to ever be hit with that briefcase.
Then you wonder why he doesn't want to talk to you.
You think maybe I could do the math and figure it out. I think he thought it was a shoe. He thought I was Raha Bolin and that I just took liberties. I Raha Bolined him, and security didn't do shit about it. So I guess that's
hit him
twice.
23 times.
I hit him. I can assure you, I was not hitting John 23 times with that briefcase. That was not going to happen.
That is.
Andy has held the briefcase. Andy, if you had $5,000, you'd have a $3 membership on this show, and so would this little dipshit. Yoko Bolin. Look at that. He disrespects me. That's Yoko Bolin. And he's proud to be standing by me, but he won't pay $3 for a membership. Mm-hmm. All right. And neither one of you donated shit. Come on, Andy. Don't get me mad at you. It's not like I'm going to come to Alabama and beat your ass because I do have class and dignity, and I'd never do such a thing.
Plus, who wants to go to Alabama?
Are we watching the same show, Coltrane? Class and dignity? We on the wrong podcast or what?
I might have. As a matter of fact, Arby's has just wrote me. They saw me wearing the Jimmy John shirt. The Arby's says, we got to do something about this. We just ordered some shirts. They're going to be in next week. So I got Arby's shirts coming. Arby's shirts are coming. And Blaze has written me, said, no, we're not having that shit. Shirts are coming. So apparently we're going to have Blaze shirts, Arby's shirts. I do need, let's see, the Ghost. I should feel worse than you. I'm the one on Jimmy's body there. Oh God, yeah.
Notice that was Jimmy's body. It's so
I didn't either. I just thought it was an ugly. Ugly man.
Just an ugly man.
I didn't realize. Well, our first Filipino jamming in tonight, Jinky.
Jinky
Kagamak. Yeah,
Kagamak.
I probably screwed that up. But how you doing? The first
Filipino.
Well, I did not go live on Facebook today to force people to come to YouTube to watch the show. So, and I didn't expect a lot of Filipinos were going to be up at 4 a.m. to watch the show. So I just kept it on YouTube.
Understand what's happening.
Yeah. Andy, come on. There's a lot of ways. You see the ways to donate on the screen there.
Andy.
Come on, boss. What time is dinner, Mr. Cena? What time are you and Moniece, my other love of my life, by the way?
I'm hoping to have the prime rib done at 6:45.
6:45.
She'll arrive at 7 o'clock, hopefully.
Now, do you bake it? How do you do it? How do you prepare your steak?
No, it's a rib roast. It's a prime rib. So
prime rib. Oh yeah. That sounds good.
So,
that sounds good.
First thing I do is rub it with olive oil, and then I have my own special rub that I make when I smoke my meats. It's my own private proprietary rub for prime rib. We put that on there, and we put it in the oven at 500 for 1/2 hour. That's to form the crust on the outside. And now it's at 375, and that'll go for another hour and a half, and we'll come out with 135, perfect medium rare.
Man, so how long have you been doing the food videos? How long have you been doing those?
I'm up to, I think it's 17 or 18 now, so I guess it's been 2 years almost, 2.5 years.
Okay.
I guess I'm having a heck, Mr. Cena, do you put the prime rib in the oven and then shut the oven off and leave it? The answer to that is no. There's a recipe for prime rib where you turn the oven up to 500.
Oh,
I've
never had mine that high.
Yep, put it up to 500. Let it roast, bake, whatever you choose to call it, for 1/2 hour. Turn the oven off, and then leave it for an hour and a half or 2 hours, I think. And it should be cooked. Well, I tried that, and I don't like my prime rib raw.
No, I'm not a raw guy either.
Yeah,
I like
too.
my stuff cooked. I like it cooked.
So medium rare is about as far as I'll go, and so I don't do the 500. My son Matthew has done it several times, and it comes out great. Now that looks like a good sandwich, Mr. Bolin.
That is the spicy Italian from Jimmy John's, and y'all got me so hungry, but I ain't cranking my oven up to 500, and I ain't waiting 3 hours to eat. And I did tell Jimmy John's that I was going to eat some of this on this show right in front of, more than likely, John Cena Senior. And so let's take a bite of this. This is the spicy Italian, ladies. Here we go.
Well, Coltrane, that's like the John Cena move. F you.
Exactly.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Bolin. We both appreciate that.
That was the FU, right?
Yeah, don't talk with your mouth full. God help us. Jeez, we could have that. That would be awful.
You should have heard him a few shows ago.
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, lucky me.
Sound like Peter Griffin just eating all this food.
Peter Griffin, yeah.
Was it good?
It's good.
It is good.
Here, let me clean up.
Well, now he's down to 6 whoopie pies. Coltrane, you get 18.
Right on.
Get me the address of your nearest Jimmy John's near you.
I don't think we have one. Is there one in Massachusetts?
Hang on. Hey Google, where is the nearest Jimmy John's in West Newbury?
West Newbury where?
I don't know, but I found these results on search.
I guess that should give a state. You are West Newbury, Massachusetts, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey Google, where is the nearest Jimmy John's in West Newbury, Massachusetts?
I found a couple Jimmy John's locations near West Newbury.
You got one at 301 East Market?
301 East Market Street, Louisville.
Oh, gee, it gave me mine. I was going to say, that address looks real familiar.
There's one that's 3.7
yeah.
miles away from you in Boston.
Boston is one?
Yeah, Boston has
413
one.
D Street.
Anything closer?
Yeah, he's in West Newbury, Massachusetts. Look that up. Because Google gave me my address.
I put in. It said there's none in the city, but the closest
None
one
in the
is
city?
Boston.
Closest one is Boston. How far is Boston from you?
40 minutes.
Well, that's not the end of the world. I mean, I'm sure you'll have to go there eventually.
If you just happen to be there, it's worth it. But yeah.
No.
Hello, Sir Kenny. I hope you noticed me. Well, I did notice you. We haven't noticed a shitload of donations because the Ghost won't donate or get a membership. Andy Griffith, with all that fame in Mayberry, has not donated or got a membership. But I bet you if the two of them donated a decent donation, we could probably do a little something for you, Jinky. But it's on those two guys because we had other people ahead of you. Andy, just send the 5,000 and I'll ship the crown to you. How's that?
How close is 475 Winter Street to you?
In where?
Let's see. I believe that's Boston too. It doesn't give me a city. Let me click on it real quick.
Cities help.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get Mr. Cena hooked up with some Jimmy Johns. We got to do that.
Sounds like Boston.
That does sound like Boston, don't it?
Get directions.
All right. Who's going to donate, Andy Griffith and Chris Schmidt? I noticed you didn't pay your $100 to be here today. That spicy Italian is so good.
How spicy is it, Kenny?
Medium spicy. Medium. Probably slightly above medium. It's got a little kick to it.
I like Dave's hot wings are good.
And the kickin' chicken is real good too. It's spicy enough that I would not want it much spicier.
Oh yeah, that's 48 minutes.
Now my son can handle anything. They haven't made anything he can't eat, but that's about as far as I want to go on spicy. Is the spicy Italian and the kickin' chicken. So yeah, Ghost and Andy Griffith, we can help Miss Jinky out if you guys make a reasonable donation. Quit being tightwad little bitches. Don't make me see that's called the backhand. You don't want it. You don't want it. And you don't want to get Mr. Cena riled up either. Because he's given a lot of his time here today. You can donate by Venmo and PayPal, by the way. And so how do we pitch Mr. Cena on you and I both getting $1 million? That still leaves him with $38 million for the rest of the year. What do we do?
Tell him it's a tax write-off.
Well, it is. I tell you what, and I'm doing this solely to protect Mr. Cena.
Oh,
I'm doing this totally to protect Mr. Cena. I don't want you to think there's anything selfish involved here. I have a 501c3 not-for-profit status. Send me the $2 million that's tax deductible, and then I will funnel that to Mr. Cena, what I see appropriate minus whoopie pie money, and we'll get him taken care of.
Nothing like laundry.
Andy, I didn't ask for a goddamn smiley face. I asked for a donation. I asked for a donation. $3.
Don't have a smile. Didn't we? $3 a soda. You won't.
Yeah, $3. Thank you, Donald. Well, somebody
did you take your medicine today, man?
Robert Palmer has donated $10.
You're good.
From Bloody England. Retro Gaming. Andy Griffith has donated $30. There you go.
All right.
Now, little bitch Ghost, will you match his $30? You had fun here today. You've gotten a little notice. You got to talk about you picked up some recipe information from John Cena Senior. Huh?
I said, and you addressed him so kindly.
Well, that's pretty nice to him. Because I know the guy. Now, he does make the time and trouble to come from that horrible part of town he lives in South Louisville. He does come over here and purchases his food from my Jimmy John's and says they always treat him very good there. They're very kind. Says every now and then they even slide him a free soda. So you can't admire that. You're claim about that. Oh, God, smarten me up. Smarten me up, old time. Well, number one, you fucked up. You still ain't got a badge, and you called me an old-timer. Kenny, you told me you are a multimillionaire. Well, I have several millions.
Try to use industry terms.
You're a big flash house, 7-bedroom. No, I have 9 bedrooms. You have more sponsors than NASCAR. Well, NASCAR comes to me to get it, and I'm asking for donation. You know what? I have had my fill of you. And I'm going to let Mr. Cena see how we handle this shit
Even if you are rich, that doesn't mean you have to spend all your money to help people out.
It doesn't. I don't think it means that, does it? It doesn't mean that.
Otherwise, you don't have the money.
That's how that would work. I have to go some. Okay, now we can handle it. Yeah, because he's just a fucking troll. He's not going to do anything. So
I could tell that was coming.
Well, Mr. Cena did have that warning that we rolled at the beginning of the show. There will be foul language, probably. and you just heard some courtesy, and he's been in here trolling. And
he trolled.
No, I don't have a 7-bedroom house. I have 9. I don't have $7 million. I have 10. And yeah, hell yeah, tell him to match that. And there you go. All right, punk ass ghost. He says if you match it, he'll double it.
Boom.
Now I know you don't have the big time ways to donate like PayPal and Venmo here, but you do have Cash App. I want to see $30 because I have to verify to Mr. Retro Gaming, aka Andy Griffith, who just donated $30. Thank you. You still could get a badge though. What are you gonna do?
He's got what are you gonna do? Made down to the soda shop.
I just had to pay my YouTube TV bill today, so I got $98 less than I thought I had.
Oh, there you go.
$98.
Well,
a month.
If I had enough time, I'd be smoking that prime rib. I wouldn't be roasting it. I put it in the smoker.
Yeah, Robert Palmer with $10, Retro Gaming with $30. Donald Flower says if and thank you, Donald, I appreciate this. Donald Flower, let me read what it says here. Donald Flowers, being as Chris Schmidt is such a little tightwad bitch, I will donate $30 to force him to donate his 30, and that will be 60, and that adds up to 90 with what Retro Gaming has done, who also offered $5,000 for the crown, by the way. So thank you, Donald. That was very kind of you.
So
Randy Macho Man Sanders
bitch slapped you.
Gosh.
That's just what he did
on the show.
I don't. You're the one that reads the warning. You know how it's going to be over here. You know how it's going to be. You Catholics are always wanting to save us bad people. Well, here I am.
He pulled his little white glove out and said, whoosh,
man, you got it.
Challenge you to a duel.
You're Mr. Cena, you're doing the Lord's work when you come over here.
Amen. Yeah, sure.
Mr. Cena, could I ask you, Mr. Cena, if whoopie pies ship to well, of course they ship there if you pay for them.
Very expensive.
Robert Palmer from Mexico. No, he's actually from England. He's from jolly old England.
And he's simply irresistible.
Now, what it would cost, I don't know. Have you ever shipped any whoopie pies to England?
I never have. You have to go through my baker in Maine. He's the one that takes care of all the orders and the shipping. Yeah. I am sure we ship to Canada right now. You ship to Idaho, Montana. I imagine if
Montana's like a foreign country, so that's if you can ship to Montana, you can ship to the UK.
I think it'd be wild to ship some of my whoopie pies to the UK.
Didn't mean to turn and let's see. All right, well,
good reference.
Your donation was matched by Donald Flowers. We appreciate that. He's getting on you assholes that don't have a membership. Is asshole filthy? Yeah, I guess it is. I guess I shouldn't have said that. Probably should have said that.
About his, yeah.
But Andy,
don't worry about it now.
You get a lot more respect if you get a badge, and Chris Schmidt knows that.
All right.
But maybe Chris gets heckled on those bad troll shows if he's seen over here with a badge that he's catering to Mr. Bolin. Well, that's how you get somewhere. Look at the guests on the other shows y'all do. Look at the guests that are over here. Nobody else got Anthony Scaramucci and John Cena Senior on the same show. MSNBC didn't even get that. Oh, by the way, did you know MSNBC is getting ready to go through a name change? Did you know that?
Yes.
I found MSN Now. They're going to MSN Now. I did not know that. But they got the mugs. They had the mugs on set today. And so, yeah, that's interesting. Is Mr. Trump threatening to send the military to Boston yet? Do we know anything? Because I don't know. I don't know if Boston is considered a blue city or a red city. I don't know. Do y'all have a Republican mayor or a Democratic mayor?
You know, I don't live in Boston. I don't know. I'm sure.
Well, I mean, you're close enough. I thought you might know.
I think Boston is pretty liberal.
Yeah, wide open, very liberal.
Very liberal. Okay, he may be from Mexico, saying he's from. Well, you never know. You never know. just trying to set everybody up. Sydney Martin, a couple of weeks ago, made a nice $65 donation to this show. That was very kind of him. He ordered a autographed picture. Well, he didn't get the one he ordered, but he ended up getting the Midnight Express signed by all the living members and one non-living member of the Midnight Express. So that was a very nice autograph for him.
Bobby Eaton got a signature on there, did he?
Bobby Eaton's signature. Oh, what do you got? What do you got? Fab. Oh, I don't have any of that.
Oh, Fabo.
You don't have my hot sauce?
I don't have your hot sauce. I do not.
Well, cold.
But I tell you what. Don't waste it on me though. The hot sauce guy is my son.
Oh,
and you would make his day if well, go figure.
I knew that was coming.
You knew it. You just set me up.
I think I gave Chris some.
Well, he didn't share it. I guess he hoarded that all for himself.
He
hoarded that up. I have had your drinks though, and I hoarded those for a long time. I had the Fabo drinks here for quite some time.
No more Fabo Pop. I don't do that one anymore.
Well, that's a little expensive to ship, isn't it?
Very expensive to ship.
That's very expensive. If you want a 12-pack of Fabo Pop, you better drive up there to get it and save some money.
Yeah. I didn't make any money on that. Let me tell you, that was
no, not a lot of money to be made in shipping heavy stuff.
Nope.
My son wears Amazon out ordering Red Bull. I don't know how they afford to do it. He loves his Red Bull.
He drink that shit.
God damn, it's better than JR's hot sauce. That I have no doubt about. That. And I've had the Fabo products before, and apparently I got left out of the hot sauce. But my son's the hot sauce guy. I like a little spicy, but if it's the hotter, the better for him. So yeah, that's why I didn't.
Do you have a barbecue sauce?
I think I gave.
What's that?
I said, do you have a barbecue sauce?
Well, I do make my own barbecue sauce when I smoke because I use my own stuff. I make my own barbecue sauce.
Yeah,
I've never thought about bottling it.
You
all right, Ghost.
Because usually those
Ghost, where's your donation? Ghost, I'm still looking for your donation. Where is it?
I gotta go.
Because you told me you were off work today because you were gonna. We might have one here. Hang on.
Oh yeah.
I might have to quit bitching at him. Give me a second. No, Donald Flowers donated his 30 on the Cash App. So no, it wasn't the Ghost. It was Donald Flowers that donated 30. Let me show him some love. So Chris Schmidt, you could go to the same place that Donald Flowers went and donate your 30 right now. Right now. Do it now. Don't get me and Mr. Cena mad at you or the train. Make the sound you make when you get mad. What's the sound you make? Do you know how to do the train noise?
I don't
or only Bob knows how to do it. Oh, okay. All right, our sound technician just left. It's like one of these commercials I see on TV. Indeed, get your job through Indeed, where your company is taking off, and so's your sound guy. And the sound guy's waving goodbye, just walking out on him. So he's got to go on Indeed and find the new sound guy.
Yeah, usually if you make me mad, I'm just quiet.
Yeah. That's me as well. If you make me mad, I get very quiet.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Ghost, I've answered that question several times about the prime rib. So truly, I don't know what else.
I'm sorry. I clicked it by accident, trying to shame him into donating $30. No, that's my bad. That's my fault. That's my fault.
You actually have an apology from Kevin Bow. Wow. Take that loop and save it. There's an apology from Kenny.
Yeah, I don't do a lot of them.
58-20. Yeah.
No.
I once thought I was wrong, but I was incorrect about that. So.
Okay, there you go. See?
There you go, huh? Believe it or not, I used to say that back in the 70s. I once thought I was wrong about something, but I was incorrect.
You made a mistake. There you go.
Yeah, I just made a mistake.
I'd agree with you, but we'd both be wrong.
Turned out I wasn't wrong at all. So no, the show hasn't done too bad, but we're waiting on Chris Schmidt to make it officially a successful show.
And that's
If
the
Chris
ghost?
If Chris Schmidt will just donate that measly $30,
Is that the
it
ghost?
will.
Yeah.
That's the ghost. Chris Schmidt lives down the road here, horns in on my Jimmy John's all the time, getting that great
Down
food
the
at a
road.
discount, getting free drinks, saying I know the king. I'm friends with the Star Maker. I used to be his co-host. Well, why aren't you his co-host anymore? Well, he fired me for being an F up. Cleaned that one up, didn't I? I
Does he
cleaned
go
that
with
one
his
up.
cape on and everything.
My son actually the other day had to tell me, Dad, you're pretty sharp for 65. I said, I know. I know. It's the memory medicine.
No humility there.
I was about to say, maybe he was
None.
being polite.
None at
No.
all.
Well, I tell you what, and you're officially right. Are you seven? If I'm wrong, please forgive me. You're 78, right?
Who?
You
No,
74?
I'm 81.
81. God dang. Well, no, you should have took that. You're 81.
That show.
I didn't think you would hit 80 yet.
No, I'm 81 years old.
Well, wait a minute. That's bullshit. 3 years ago, you was 78. Oh, okay.
No, he said it on the show last time too.
Shut up, Coltrane. God damn.
And you know what else? You know what? He
Do you
forgot
have to
my
go
shoot
along with
last
him?
name and didn't remember that Brock Lesnar was in the UFC.
I just didn't think he was very good. That's
As soon as you asked that question, wait, Brock didn't do UFC, did he? I was like, he was the champion for.
Yeah. Well, I didn't recognize the championship due to the way he got it. I didn't
There you
recognize
go.
it. He didn't pass our board members. Is
Well, what do you
what
think
happened.
about being back on WWE? What do you think about
Oh, I have some opinions that
It's
you
a
might not want to hear.
waste to me, I've seen enough of them.
I tell you what. Here's my thing. And Mr. Cena, you're a very Christian man. You're very Catholic. Probably a very forgiving man. But sexual assault, if enough people accuse you of it, it's time to pay attention. As Dave Chappelle says, and I forget the character he did it as, but he said, well, I don't know if it's true or not, but there's a lot of people saying it. So when a lot of people are saying it, and as Dutch Mantel pointed out once, when the Me Too movement came out, he says, Kenny, did you notice whose name is not on the list? I said, Dutch, I am the biggest flirt there ever was. I have flirted with every gorgeous girl that ever walked through the doors of OVW. But it was a 400-pound man hitting on the most attractive women in the world. It was a freaking joke. None of those girls were going to give me the time of day unless they wanted to be in the main event. and I don't play that shit. You know, you earn your spot. Regardless who you are, you earn your spot. And I was going somewhere with this.
Brock
But
Lesnar?
no, but Dutch and I were not named in the Me Too movement, but several of our friends and close associates were. And then we have the President of the United States with 26 sexual assaults filed against him that are still waiting to go to court. But thanks to the Supreme Court, they're never going to see a courtroom until he's out of office again. And so, well, maybe they made up those stories. 26 women. No other president in the history of the United States has ever been
Different
accused of
walks of
such a
life.
thing. But 26 people that actually came and went to a wherever you go to file these charges and sat down and gave their testimony. That's a lot of people. And Brock Lesnar, who I know pretty well, not often a very nice guy. And his excuse was, well, I went there to abuse this girl, but I changed my mind. Okay.
Well,
I don't know.
That's not quite the way the story goes, from what I hear. It's like,
Well, give me your version, because that's how I heard it. But give me your
the
version.
location. The answer: somebody was supposed to send her down, but that never happened. So the situation never took place.
Well, a version that I heard is that he had been drinking and decided not to participate. I had heard that
Okay.
recently.
Probably.
But either way, I know his history. I know his history. I know how he was when he was here. And let's put it this way. When you hear certain things, some things add up and some things don't. And if I'd ever heard that said about John Cena, I'd be the first one to come to his defense. Never ever heard anything like that about John Cena.
Didn't Terry Reynolds even say that she had a problem with Brock? Like he exposed himself to her or something like that?
Well, there's been a few WWE guys that have done that. That came out of OVW. There's been at least 3 that have done that, or at least have been accused of it. And I've actually heard one of them brag about doing it. So yeah. So when they brag about it, it's just like the ones that have been with underage girls. Oh, they want to deny it now, but I've got recordings to where they admitted it.
See, I don't get that at all.
Yeah. When you gone on my answering machine and bragged about it back in the day,
you can't fix
20s is too young for me.
You can't fix stupid. You know what I'm trying to say?
No, you cannot fix stupid. There does not seem to be a repair kit out there for that, Mr. Cena. I agree with you.
Go ahead.
Now, one thing I've heard, because Brock and I had our differences many times when he was here. I don't get along with bad people at all. Randy and I had our problems when he was here, but Randy has admitted to who he was when he was here, and Randy's not the same guy.
No,
Randy really seems to have turned the corner. He and I text each other maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. I've got friends. Oh man, I'm so impressed that Randy Orton texted you. Well, yeah, I worked with Randy for quite some time, and Randy and I had our differences, and I am so impressed of the life improvements that Randy has made. And well, can you act like you're a saint? Well, when it comes to the things that many of my friends have been accused of, I am, because that ain't me. I'd never go there. I like young girls, but they have an age limit. And no, if they are under the age of 18, leave them alone.
I got some crow's feet lines.
The laws are made for a reason. Well, I don't need to see crow's feet. I'll be the first to admit that. Normally, once I see crow's feet, well, where's that 20-year-old at? And there's a pretty substantial age difference with you and Moniece, correct? 20 years, I guess?
Years.
24. Nothing wrong with that. She's of age. She's of age. What are we going to follow? Mr. Cena, you're 81 years old. What are you doing with that young little? Well, once you're and here's my thing. I like them to be at least 22 or older. They're old enough to have graduated college if they were going to go there. And I think you're making a little bit more sound decisions at the age of 22 than you are 18. I was 27. I was 27 and thought I was a pretty smart guy. And I knew way more at 37 than I knew at 27. And probably would have made a few different decisions at the age of 37 than I would have made at 27, even though I thought I was smart. No. And so, no, I don't even think 18-year-old girls are ready to make some of the decisions that the law says they can make. But I think if you're an older guy, leave them alone to their 22.
Your prefrontal cortex isn't even developed until you're 24. So that's
okay. Well, see, I didn't know that because I'm not a medical guy. Yeah. Gary Burbank, for Mr. Cena, if you don't know who that is, he was a legend here in Louisville for quite some time as a disc jockey, and it was just a monster. But you know what? WLW Radio in Cincinnati had a lot more money than WHS Radio did. So Terry Miners became the main guy here in Louisville on Radio 84, and Gary Burbank became the main guy in Cincinnati, and then he got so big, he went national. So Gary Burbank, even though his show was still on WLW, he was a national radio show, and he did all the impersonations and all the characters and was just a unbelievable, high-quality, entertaining disc jockey is what he was. But it was mainly entertainment. I mean, he wasn't spinning records that much. They might play one song an hour. Might play Go Jim Dandy by Black Oak, Arkansas, and don't ask me how I came up with that. You know that song, Mr. Cena, Go Jim Dandy by Black Oak, Arkansas?
No.
I want you to look it up and play it, and I assure you will know the song. Jim Dandy to the Rescue is the title. Jim Dandy to the rescue. Jim Dandy to the rescue. Go Jim Dandy. Go Jim Dandy. Does that not ring a bell at all? Did anybody?
No.
I bet it will if you look it up and play it. I think, but it was huge, and it was huge in the early to mid 70s, and it was go Jim Dandy to the Rescue by Black Oak, Arkansas, and you might hear that once an hour on Radio 84, and then it was all just humor and jokes and bits, and he was probably one of the most famous disc jockeys in radio ever. for AM radio. He was AM guy, and was huge here in Louisville. And he outgrew Louisville, eventually outgrew Cincinnati, and went national. And was as talented a disc. I did not know he had died today. Ghost loves to be the guy who still doesn't have a badge. Ghost loves to be the guy to portraying me as Yoko Bolin. There's going to be hell to pay for that. And rest in peace, David Warner.
Who that?
Help me out, Donald. You're gonna have to help me. My bottle has a leak. I meant to show this to Anthony. I never did it, so I'll show it. The BOLIN Services corporate logo for the not-for-profit, but if you rotate it, Cincinnati Reds baseball. Screw the Mets. Screw the Mets. And I meant to show this to him during the show, and I never did. So there we go. But it's got a leak in it, so it's going to have to be retired because it's leaking red-flavored water all over the place on my desk.
Got to race to the Raptors now.
Worked fine till the show started. It's a Ghost knows the song, and he's young. He's in his 30s, I think. Andy Griffith is still with us. Now, unblock my phone number. Well, here's where you're lying. Because unblock my... Mr. Cena, help me out. You're a wise man. Unblock my phone number. I won't bother you. Well, you're right, because if I don't unblock you, you won't bother me. Is that right? But if I do unblock him, I run the risk of being bothered. Does that not add up? Yeah, there's a chance. You are my friend and consider you family, as I always... No, because you got blocked for a reason. Not having a badge. Family members got badges, right, Mr. Cena?
Correct.
Family members got badges, and you ain't got no badge. So I tell you what I'll do. When you have a badge for $3 measly, you don't have to get the $20 badge. Get the $3 measly badge, and I'll unblock you. Thank you for your $30 donation. You should be donating $30 on every show. You're a rich man. You do well. You should donate. You see the people we're helping. Filipino families in need. And Mr. Cena, how much can I put you down for today?
So will you be using your MasterCard or Visa?
Wow.
The assumptive close. How you like that? I learned a little something in sales and marketing in 1984 at Royal Prestige.
I don't have a cup on, Coltrane. Bang. Here we go. Bang. Now he's down to 3 whoopie pies.
3, yeah. Oh, God. The whoopie pie.
I'm not going to sit here and eat this pumpkin whoopie pie for you, Ken.
Oh, no, there's no need for that.
Do it slow.
You don't got to be in the, don't make me pull out the Italian stallion here and go to. They're going Kenny. That's not the name of the sandwich. Well, it should be.
It is
the spicy Italian stallion sandwich only at Jimmy John's.
No.
Jimmy John's is going, how the hell is he changing the names of our sandwiches? He doesn't have the power to do that. So, but I did. And to pay a little homage to all of our sponsors, Bob enhanced the logos there. Shout out to Arby's. Look up in your upper right-hand corner. Bob enhanced the logos to where it blends in better with our background. Arby's has been a great sponsor with us. By the way, last week, Arby's made a $200 challenge to all of our celebrities and all of our sponsors that do the show. No one yet has matched that donation that Arby's made, and they made it to the 501c3 PayPal account, which we sent a click button to a lot of the sponsors and a lot of celebrities, and he was one of the ones. And by the way, Anthony Scaramucci, I didn't say the amount on the show. Let's go ahead and say it right now. Anthony Scaramucci issued a $1,000 challenge to all of our corporate sponsors, mainly the big 3, Arby's, Jimmy John's, and Blaze. Those are the ones that we know we're going to have around for a long time. We're going to be in negotiations with Sonic. And do you have Sonics up your way there, Mr. Cena?
We do.
I'm predicting by the end of next week, I will have Sonic aboard with us and Buffalo Wild Wings because they're moving in next door to Jimmy John's.
Dave's Hot Wings. Dave's Hot Wings. No.
Dave's Hot Wings is pretty good. But if Dave's Hot Wings is a sponsor, then Buffalo Wild Wings might not be near the show. But
I would contact Dave's Hot Wings.
Yeah. Do we have Dave's down here? I think we do.
We have like 5.
I think we got them. So Arby's, and then of course that's the new Jimmy John's logo that Bob found today, and it's better than the one we had before. And our good folks at Blaze Pizza. We are invited guests there on Sunday, and they've been a very good sponsor as well. But none of those other sponsors, other than Arby's, have made that $200 corporate donation from the general manager. That wasn't even the district manager, the general manager. $200 donation. He says you can expect another one next month. So we greatly appreciate that. But Mr. Scaramucci has issued a $1,000 challenge.
Wow.
He's already made his. I'm going to send the receipt from PayPal Corporate to our sponsors, where he has issued the challenge. And I don't expect the general managers to be able to do that. But if they can track down the people at corporate, the money goes for a great cause. 100% of your money. It ain't no 5% or 10% or 50%. 100% of every dollar that comes in on this show. And I'll tell you how Anthony Scaramucci knows that, because I used to send him the receipts. And after about 10 days of him getting receipts every day, Kenny, you do not have to send me those receipts. I know where the money's going. But he's our biggest donor ever. And now you heard him on the show. He's agreed to even go bigger and better to help us put roofs and various items on these other Filipinos' homes, comfort rooms, so that they can go to the bathroom with dignity. And that's all we're trying to give these people, man, is some dignity.
Right.
Where they don't have to worry about what they're going to eat the next day, where there's a bag of rice and some eggs in their house. That couldn't possibly be asking too much for a bag of rice and some eggs or some cans of soup. A tarp, 2 big tarps over your roof so you don't get wet at night. I mean, it's $150 to tarp a house, about $250 to build an indoor facility to where they can put a garden hose in there and take a cold shower. No Filipino I've ever known has took a hot shower. Not in the provinces, maybe in Manila, but in the province, no. They get a garden hose and shower like that. Can you imagine if any of us had to do that? So that's my passion. Those are the people I love to help. And the bang for the buck, yeah, we help the Louisville metro area homeless too. But for what we spend on 100 hamburgers, say we spend 300 at McDonald's, they normally match what we do. So if we spend 100 at McDonald's, they will donate 100, and then they will give a free bottle of water, especially during COVID, because it was hard for the homeless to get water. So not only would they match what we bought, but they would also donate 100 bottles of water. And then we go downtown, find the homeless, and distribute that. And I say we, that was mainly my son and Maya. And then Carrie has a carload of people that do the same thing, or sometimes a van load. And they go out and they pass out hand warmers, blankets, little miniature tents, just anything they can do to give the homeless a fighting chance when the weather's a little rough, or it's a little hot, or they're just hungry. You know, the summer times is mainly distributing food, but during the winter, to make sure they have blankets, hand warmers, miniature tents, just whatever we can get them. And of course, you got your cold-hearted people that want to chase. We don't want the homeless over here. Get them out from under the bridges to where they have protection, to where they won't get rained on, and feed them somewhere else. We don't want you here. And pardon my criticism of Trump again. He wants to go in and chase off the homeless. Well, they're going somewhere. But we don't want you here. Go be a nuisance in another area, but not here. Why don't we just figure out a way to help them? Why don't we do that? Most people, and I will say, there's probably a handful of people that prefer to be homeless. They don't want to go to a shelter. They don't function in a situation like that. And there's a handful like that. But most of them are not there because they want to be. And it's like, if I only got my Social Security check, if I didn't still have speaking ability, I would be in a nursing home or homeless, because my Social Security check, because I was paid basically under the table for many of the years that I worked, I get $742 a month. My rent's $950. How am I going to make it? How am I going to make it? You won't. So it's a good thing I have the ability to speak and sell, or I wouldn't have anything. So if I can give, I would like to think most of you out there can spare a few bucks to help these people that really need the help. And I'm the fortunate one compared to them. Yeah, Kenny makes $742 a month. He thinks he's fortunate. Well, Kenny has a side job, and I have to keep it under $22,000 a year, or they'll yank my Social Security. Isn't that great?
Crazy?
Yeah. Oh, if you make over $22,000,
$1 over.
Who the hell make? Yeah. Oh, if you're $1 over, they'll yank you.
Oh, yeah.
They've done it before. I lost my Social Security for 6 months once
That's
because
happened
I
to JJ.
made just a little bit too much money. That happened to JJ, your associate with your show,
Uh-huh.
and they yanked her Social Security over a few bucks.
Yep. Matter of fact,
Mr.
she was
Cena?
trying to find a job and she found one, and since she was making income, they just snatched all of her, like, her
Oh
wig,
yeah,
her,
oh yeah, yeah.
all that
I've
stuff.
had it. I've had it.
Mhm.
I've had it. I know
The
the deal.
United States Senate can give themselves a raise.
Oh
Exactly.
yeah, there's always a raise for the Senate. There's always a raise for the rich. There's always tax cuts for the rich. But oh my God, and Mr. Cena, and I meant to bring this number up with Scaramucci, and I guarantee you he will agree with it. Because this number comes from a lot of different sources. 80% of Americans are one paycheck away from disaster. They said that also about 80% of Americans do not have $400 in the bank to take care of an emergency. That they need every penny of what they make to make it. And they get a $400 disaster car repairs. God knows I've had a lot of those come up.
Oh,
And fortunately, I know some mechanics, and I can work out deals, and I can make payments and stuff. But not everybody has that ability. Not everybody has access to that. Let's see if we shamed him into a dough. Already happening with the homeless in Louisville, Kenny.
Gentlemen, I got to bounce and go get my youngest daughter from high school. So,
all right.
Cena, let's do it again.
Well, me and Mr.
Kenny,
Cena will wrap it up because he's
you.
about to say thank you for the help, Coltrane. Greatly
no
appreciate
problem.
it.
No problem. Good to see you
I'll
again.
be
Mr. Cena.
following
I love
up
you.
very shortly myself. Take care.
All right.
You'll bounce out when I say you. Well, that's right. I guess he controls when he
I'm
bounces.
leaving
So
now.
I got.
See you later, fellas. Good morning, my friend.
Yeah, well, I learned my lesson. So let's see. Andy, being Kenny's co-host, is always chipper. No, Bob's been here for several years now.
Yeah.
Coltrane's been here a couple years. Bob's been around. Once I get a good co-host ghost, they seem to last. They seem to last. Yeah, I went through about 6 co-hosts in about 8 months.
Put your $33 up and shut up.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Just put your $3 up, get your badge, and say whatever you want.
Yeah, and then just there you go. Boy,
don't
there's
get
some good
don't get
advice
it.
from John. Yeah, you follow his cooking channel. Why don't you follow the advice he just gave and pay your $30? By the way.
I'm glad you followed
Hey.
the cooking channel. Thank you and subscribe. That's awesome. I can use that. Thank
Well,
you.
I tell you what, I don't know if my son knows about your cooking channel, but he's going to now, and I'm going to be the beneficiary of that because he loves to cook and he's a good cook. Sometimes he just needs an idea, and oh my God.
We got
Oh
a
my
good one
God.
coming up with my friend Jeff. He's going to come in and make Italian shrimp, and his wife's going to do tiramisu. And then on the 21st of
I'm
September,
not a shrimp guy, but my son has made tiramisu, and I love tiramisu. I'm not a shrimp guy.
then
I'm
the
basically just a deep fried fish guy. I love tilapia.
21st, I got somebody coming in that's going to do a nice Italian dinner.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what else I'll come
Love
up
it. I love Italian. Love
with.
Italian.
I don't know what else I'll come up with myself.
I love Hot Girl too. I love Hot Girl.
Oh, all right.
Let's
we
see.
go.
Let John know that Kenny just loves Hot Girl. He said we had to explain to him it's Hawk Girl, not Hot Girl.
Your former manager must have had too many hits in the ring.
Yeah. Well,
That girl on season 2 he loves.
yeah. Oh God. Now she wasn't on one much, was she? Or was
No,
she?
I think it was the very last she was there.
The last one she was
Yeah,
in.
the last
Oh,
episode.
and the guy with the bangs, I think, God, I forgot what he's the
That's
star
from
of the
Green
Rookie.
Lantern. He's Green Lantern. Yeah.
Yeah, Green Lantern. Okay, I didn't realize that was Green Lantern. He just got the 4 on his shirt, and he's got those horrible bangs.
Yep.
And I'm a guy who knows about horrible bangs, and his are worse than mine. And but he's the star of the Rookie, and he is so good. There's a cop show you'll love. Watch the Rookie. He's the star of it.
All
And
right.
The Rookie is an excellent show. So if you haven't seen any of those, check out The Rookie. He's the star, and he is so good. He is really good.
Sounds good.
And he's been in a couple of other things too that he's very good in. And I'm also a huge fan of all the Walking Dead shows. I love all of them. Negan is one of my favorite characters. Daryl Dixon has his own show right now that should be starting up again pretty soon. Okay. I did subscribe. Oh, I'm glad you subscribed to his channel. We should get him more, maybe. Well, that's the goal. Let's get him up over 500 here, like practically immediately. Let's go to Mr. Cena. What is the ad? Ghost, why don't you do this? Why don't you be of some service today? Why don't you type in the address of Mr. Cena's channel in the chat room here so people can go there, click and subscribe, and get the recipes for some fantastic food, because Mr. Cena's got to go pretty quick. We have been here 2 hours and 24 minutes. You guys certainly got your money's worth today. Ghost, the next thing I want to see out of your mouth is, are you going to donate your $30 challenge that everybody else did? You little bitch. See, I'm trying to be nice to you. I'm trying to be nice. This is me being nice, Mr. Cena. This is me being nice.
All right.
Now, I had talked to you once before, Mr. Cena, and you talked to me that you might be doing podcasts from upstairs eventually, because we always get this view here. How dramatically different is the view upstairs?
Very dramatic.
Very dramatic, because I don't think you meant heaven. I think you meant literally upstairs.
Yes, in Mo's office, if she'll let me get in there.
Oh yeah, you might be screwed. She might not let you in the office.
It's gonna be my toy room collection here, and where I write the wedding services and pile my pellets for my pellet stove. Yep.
Okay. Well, you're number one. You got 2 jobs right now: whoopie pies, and each of us to get our $1 million from your son.
Okay.
Just, you know what? Just get his debit card and just go nuts.
No.
Just go nuts.
No.
Yeah. And then we'll return what we buy for cash.
I'm just so proud of all he's accomplished and what he's done. I'm so proud of my son. Very proud.
Yeah. And you have 5 sons.
5.
What are their professions? You don't even have to name who does what. Just what are their professions?
My oldest is in the IT business.
Okay.
John, of course, is in the wrestling movie business.
There you go.
My son Dan retired on disability from the police department.
Oh wow. Okay. How old's he?
He's good. Let's see, 48. So he's got to be, John's 48. So Dan is 46, 45.
I would love for him to saw the show I had with my police officer friend, who is now retired, and his canine dog passed away a few weeks ago that he had for 10 years. Double the meat Kroger. That was even Jim Cornette said that was the double your money back meat opportunity. It was often called a scam. No, that was later rectified by Jim Cornette himself. That was the double your money back meat opportunity. And plus, that was a lie. I turned it into quadruple your money back meat opportunity.
Nice.
So and I retired from that business in 1992 because they did away with the policy.
Oh, there you go. See?
But it was a good run from 86 to 92.
You're just a man of many talents.
I'm a man of, yes. And it was just an opportunity. And who am I to turn down opportunity, Mr. Cena? Would you agree with that?
I agree. My other son, a service manager for Ira Toyota.
Okay. There you go. Now, do any of y'all drive Toyotas? Because I know that your son hooked you up with a mighty fine ride here a few years ago.
He did.
Didn't get me one, by the way.
No, that's all right. I'm driving it for you.
I appreciate that.
You know,
I mean, you can drive it down here and take my 2004 Volvo and let me get a couple spins in it if you like.
You can do that. I have no problem, except I've got a bill now that I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. They want to repair an oil valve in there for $4,035.
Oh, an oil valve for $4,000?
Yeah, I'm not sure I really do that. Yep.
Damn.
So
you might hand it down to me and see if I can get that same oil valve done for $19.95 down here.
There you go. Yep. And then my
we might have to talk. I might have to talk to my people and see what opportunities present themselves.
We'll see.
Because that is John Cena. That is John Cena Senior's vehicle bought by John Cena.
Yep.
There's some value there.
It was a surprise. And then my youngest.
Have you considered selling it? Because just the history alone, there's some value there.
Yeah, well, I'm going to hang on to it as long as I can. It's only got 114,000 miles on it.
My Volvo has 137,000 miles on it. It's a 2004, 137,000 miles.
Wow. I had a Hyundai who people say was a throwaway car. That
back up, Mr. Cena, because I just told a lie, and I don't like to do that unless there's profit and gain in it for me.
All right.
The previous car I had 137,000 miles, and I sold it. This car is a 2004 Volvo. It just clicked 78,000 miles. The previous car had one. It's a 2004.
There you go.
78,000 miles.
Mine's
Your
a
car
2000
is a what year's your car?
2019,
How many years? 130 something?
114,000.
And you've had yours 15 years longer than me.
Yeah, well, it's cost $4,000 if I want to fix it.
Well, here's the thing. I don't drive much. I sent cash. Oh, here we go. This is probably a lie, but let's see. I sent Cash App and a link. All right. Well, all right. Oh, you sent the Cash App. Oh, you sent that link on my messenger. Well, what I'm going to do is post it after the show. And there. Well, that's not what I asked you to do, but I guess he did what he could afford. Chris Schmidt, after being punked and bullied and bitch slapped and called names and humiliated, has donated $20.
Nice.
I'm going to take that as a win.
Congratulations, my friend. That's
I'm gonna take that as a win. He's promoting your channel for you, and he says he sent me a link. There's our okay. If you had 30, you would have sent it. Maybe times are tough down at the restaurant.
Yep.
Maybe your dog eats a lot, and you know I love dogs.
I just take it as I just say thanks for the great example of sending the $20. Thank you very much for helping out, and I'm honored that you did it. And thank you for doing the link.
Yeah. And yeah, I'll be promoting that link after the show. We're going to do that on all my social media as well. And let me get an update on our total because it's still. Oh, there it is. There's the updated total. Okay, so we have $50 laying over there in Cash App, which we will transfer to the corporate account. And hey, man, if you're watching the show, if you had a good time, if you love Mr. Cena, if you love Mr. Scaramucci, if you would like a copy of Mr. Scaramucci's book, you can get that shipped to your door for $59. I've only got 4 copies left. And then his new book is coming out pretty soon. Did we get a title of that book yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Well, I'll find out Tuesday when I write him and shake him down for more money.
Oh,
It's what I do. And if you need me to come up there and have that corporate meeting with your son and say, hey, you ain't gonna miss it. We're either going to take it or you're going to give it to us. How's this going to? I got a briefcase. You've been hit by it before. Do you want another one? And we'll turn it into a Raja thing. Yeah. And we'll just take our money is what we'll do. We need that money. We got car repairs.
I don't want the money. I have my son's love of all my sons, and that's worth more than all the
money.
What's
love worth? Several $1 million. All right. I got you. Oh, and Andy Griffith says he sent more. Did you send that to Cash App as well? Hang on. No, you didn't. Oh, wait a minute. No, he donated on PayPal. Well, let me go to PayPal. Hang on. He sent another 60.
There you go.
Now we got a successful show. Andy, you sent $90 today. Why won't you get a badge? Mr. Cena, tell him to get a badge. Maybe he'll listen to you.
Andy, please get a badge.
Please,
so the next time I'm on, we can have a pleasant conversation.
Pleasant, and I don't have to call you any names. Ghost, get a badge. Don't make Mr. Cena have to call you names. Because I've certainly done.
Names? No.
Oh, I want you to start using foul language. You know the warning you read. There will be foul language if I keep my mouth shut. There won't be. Well, thank you, Andy. Now that's nice. $90 out of Andy Griffith from Mayberry RFD.
Awesome.
You got to look. That's and you are the biggest. You're the star of the game today, Andy, because you had the biggest donation. Up until then, it was Michigan Mike. But Michigan Mike did mention he gets paid on Friday, and he's looking to do a little bit more for us. We appreciate that. And not only did we get the $1,000 donation out of Anthony Scaramucci, he told me to write his office on Tuesday, let him know what we're looking to get done, and they're going to look at doing even more. And what I'm going to propose him with is that if he can pledge, and I don't think this is going to break his bank, what I'm going to pledge, if on the 15th of each month for September, October, November, December, if he matches that, we can help us. I'll say a shitload of people in the Philippines. Everybody that watches our show is going to have a dry roof, and everybody that needs a comfort room is going to have a comfort room, and everybody that needs floor repairs is going to have floor repairs. That is what roughly $5,000 will do. It will repair all that. He can't get his car fixed for $5,000.
No.
There you go. I don't think we could state it any better. I think that is a great place for us to wrap this up. You were more than generous with your time.
Thank you, sir.
rifle through your whoopie pie cash. I know you got people knocking on your door paying cash. I have no reason to think there ain't 2 or 3 million laying there just in whoopie pie money. So your car repairs the whoopie pie money's just laying all over the place. Just go get $5,000 of that and fix your car.
Don't smoke that shit anymore, Kenny. You're going to get in trouble.
Real quick. They were trying to help me. Ghost was trying to help me with my knee pain. He sends over some chewable gummies, and they're helping me, but they ain't really making pain. So he sends over a praline stick. He said, "Well, it's 50 milligrams. If those 25 milligrams aren't helping you, try the praline stick." So my dumb ass wakes up one night, and I'm in pain, and I can't sleep. I'm going to try that praline stick, and it turns out it's very chewy and very good. So I eat the whole praline stick. Okay, Mr. Cena, I ate that praline stick at I ate that praline stick at 1:30 in the morning. At 3:30, I wake up and I need to go to the bathroom. My legs are barely functioning. It took me 22 minutes, and I know the time because I looked at the clock. It took me 22 minutes to go 10 feet. I get to the bathroom. I have no choice but to sit down. I got to sit down because I can't stand. I couldn't imagine trying to stand up and pee, so I sat down to pee. My legs give out on me. I can't get off the commode. I'm numb from the waist down. I can't, and I'm glad I didn't have to do number 2 because I couldn't even adjust to do the necessary business because I can't move. So what I had to do is take my arm. So above the waist, I'm functioning fine, except in the head. In the head, I know I'm going to die. I don't know what's happened, but John, I swear to you, I was convinced I was dying in the bathroom. I can't get to my phone. My phone is 12 feet away, and it might as well have been 1,200 feet away because I know I can't get to it. So I can't even call anybody for help. I can't call 911, but I'm going to die. I know I am. So and the dogs are checking on me. They feel so bad for me. So I take my arm and push myself off the commode because I feel that maybe I've been sitting in that position for so long that my legs have gone numb. Maybe some life will come back to my legs. So I push myself face down in the floor. Can't move. Laying in the floor. I've got one shot at being able to get help, and my Alexa device is in my bathroom. And I said, Alexa, and I can't speak. I'm convinced I'm going to die. My speech is slurred beyond almost recognition. And Alexa, call Chris. Repeat that, and then it gives me like 3 people to call because it doesn't know what I'm asking it. And I said, call Chris. So it fortunately calls the right person. He never has his phone on after 11 o'clock at night. Never. This time he did. And of course he wakes up dead sound asleep, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. I said, Chris, I'm laying on the floor. I can't move. I need help. Are you okay? No, I'm going to die, but take care of the dogs. Get over here and take care of the dog. I'm going to die. And I'm convinced, John, I'm going to die. This was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. All because of Ghost. All because of Ghost. And because he didn't tell me not to eat the whole praline stick. EMTs get over here. They got 7 people from Louisville Metro EMTs to come in here. My son gets in. Fortunately, he brought his key because he knew he had to let himself in. He gets in here, puts the dogs up, and I'm laying on the floor. I said, don't worry about me. I'm going to die. Don't worry about me. Save my dogs. And then it finally gets around, did you take anything? I don't smoke. I don't drink. I'm just going to die. And then, did you take it? I ate a praline stick. And then Chris looks at me. You're going to be fine. You're high as a kite. I'm going to die. So I laid in that floor from around 3:30. They finally got me up on my feet around 5:30. Wow. I laid in bed till 8:30, unable to move. It took 3 or 4 of the firemen or EMT guys to get me up and get me to the bed. And they laid me down, and they wanted to know if I wanted to go to the hospital. No, I want to die here. I want to die. I don't want to die in the hospital. I want to die here. And Chris, come back and check on me. And if I'm dead, just take care of the dogs. I'm that convinced I'm going to die. No, Dad, you're just high as a kite. You're going to no, you don't understand. I'm going to die. So, all because of what Ghost gave me
No more
This-
praline sticks.
So there's a guy in the neighborhood who specializes in praline sticks, gummies, other things that and I said, yeah, I ate this praline stick and I thought I was going to die. He says, you ate the whole thing? I said, yeah. Mr. Bolin, you shouldn't eat the whole thing. I said, yeah. Now, where were you when I needed you? Where were you when I needed you? So I am now off gummies. I won't take anything now. I'm not touching any of that. I'm just going to live with the pain. I'm going to sleep 2 and 3 hour shifts, and I am never touching any of that shit again. Because wow, look at this, and I did not find religion. So whatever I am, I'm a man of my word. No, I don't need no preacher. No, there ain't no God. I'm just gonna die here on the floor. No.
It's Moniz.
All right, tell her I said hi.
Hello, I'm talking to Kenny Bolin right now.
Kenny nearly died.
On my way, 707.
Okay, I'm gonna go pull the roast beef in about 3 minutes.
Okie dokie, darling.
All righty, bye.
Hello, Kenny.
Bye, baby. Bye, sweet baby.
Hello, darling.
How you doing?
I'm
Eat
doing
some-
great.
Eat some roast beef for me, please, because he won't share none with me. So get a couple bites in for me. Would you do that?
I will, and it's always so good because he is such a great cook. I tell you, anything he makes is delicious. So.
That's what we're learning. We're promoting his YouTube channel right now. We're trying to get him well over the 5,000 subscribers, and the fans on here are going apeshit over all the great stuff he's got on there, and it doesn't look like I'm going to get any of it, so I'm going to need you to get in one of the vehicles up there, come down and see me, and bring me some of that stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Always a pleasure talking to you, my niece, honey. You have a great dinner tonight. Let's put it this way. Your dinner's going to be almost as good as mine because I'm having Jimmy John's, catered to me by the good folks at Jimmy John's.
Nice. Hopefully I get mashed potatoes, John. Did you get mashed potatoes?
I have mashed. I got to go get them right now.
I ain't got no mashed potatoes, so I better let you go so you can make some mashed taters.
All right. Have a good one, Mo.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, baby. Be good. Drive careful. Well, that was a pleasant surprise. You get to hear from called you darling like she's Ava Gabor.
There you go. See that?
I love you, darling.
If I burn that prime rib, she's going to call me.
No. Don't you dare burn that prime rib. Buddy, I'm going to let you go. We did 2 hours, 41 minutes. I loved every minute of it. Thank you so much. Get our $2 million and we're going to go have some Jimmy John's is what we're going to do.
We'll see. Nah. We'll see.
Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, I'm the Star Maker. That's John Cena Senior for Bob Hazelwood, for the Coltrane, and for Anthony Scaramucci. I did say, good day. I said good.